but it had a white bottom, and I would put light underneath that, and the table frame is a circle like the shape of the tabletop, and it would just excuse me. So I would be able to put a light right in the middle of it and glow the entire bottom of whatever product it is that I was taking a photo of. A lot of times I would put an LCD behind it so it would be displaying things. You know, a lot of tricks to make your photos a lot better. And this table was the only thing that I really kept to do my product photography, and the fact that it just broke, it's like back to the drawing board. Let's see what I'm gonna use to replace that. Okay, Mario says Pittman Photo Supply, way south of Miami. Oh, I think that's exactly. I had to go all the way down there for the simple fact that they were the only place that had those cleaning swabs. My brother at that time was taking photographs of artwork. So there was a couple who was paying him to take photographs of their artwork that they were going to sell to museums, and there was like high-end artwork, so colors and everything needed to be correct, and that's why he invested into his camera to do that work, and he was very happy doing it. But he needed the swabs, so I went down there to pick them up and do the cleaning for him. David said, yes, there's a lot of print-on-demand options, and some folks are making bank. I'm trying to get some funds to put it back into the channel to be able to produce better content, you know, and of course you want to make as many viable revenue streams with whatever it is that you do, and that's one of the things that really also draws me to YouTube, because as an entrepreneur doing business for myself, knowing that the work, the videos, everything that I do here on the channel could, you know, could pay dividends in the future. With, like, right now they're changing all of the taxation laws on YouTube so that the money that you do make from it goes into the royalties bracket. So just like an artist would get paid and be able to apply their taxes to show how much money they're making, it be a viable source of income through royalties, that's the same thing that's going to be applied in 2021 to anyone who's creating content. So that's really, that's a really good, I think it's a great opportunity, because royalties is how people make money for years and years and years through their work and through their art. You know, that's how movies continue to make money for years and years and years. So.
Oh, I don't have to be quiet. You're disqualified, Scott. You're disqualified.
I just saw a message that Peter was live. Really? No, Peter should be live at 10. Let me double check, because I haven't gotten a message.
Ugh. I'm just sitting here watching you.
I got some weird message right here as well. I don't know, because it says PeterGregg, but it's got my picture on it. What is going on?
I'm watching you, Lewis.
PeterGregg live, December 18th, MacMini live stream. PeterGregg. Yeah, and he's got my face on it. What is going on? Because I'm hanging out with you guys, but you know, everything was planned out. I'm going to be in the live stream right over there at 10 o'clock. So, just, you see, this, like, look at the smile on my face. This is
We
so
can watch
cool.
you, Lewis, while I'm setting everything up. I have to sweep the floor.
And appreciative that Peter would even take the time to do something like that. And it's just, I appreciate everyone who's here. And, you know, like, I know, just having so much fun doing it, man. I'm so absolutely committed to doing a weekly live stream all of 2021 that it's like I might even pop in a couple in between there, you know, just because I'm having so much fun doing the live streams. And I know that if I'm probably going to end up like Peter, that if I get a new piece of tech or a new piece of something, I'll probably drop a quick little live stream just to say like, hey, look at what I'm doing and look at what I just did, and just something. But it's so much fun. Thank you, Mario, saying very nice. I'm not even sure what's going on. We're going to find out in like 10 minutes. Yeah. That is
Don't
so
mind me. I just
shocking.
clean the carpets around
Look,
here.
I'm also going to tell you another thing that it's like I was put on check. And I don't know if all of you understand exactly what that means, but I was taken back because I was just hanging out in a live stream for Tom Buck when Tom Buck reached 40,000 subscribers, and he took his audience and started broadcasting smaller channels that he thinks like that should get recognition. And he's mentioning a lot of people that I myself follow. He was Raphael Ludwig, and he also mentioned PeterGregg.
Hi, David.
And as I'm sitting
Good to
there
see
hanging
you.
out in the
I'm
live
watching
stream,
Lewis while I'm
he
sweeping the
gives
floor.
me a shout out.
I don't even know what stinking camera
Live,
I'm on
and he's
over
like,
there.
"Hey, and here's
So
Mr.
I'm just
Camera
cleaning the
Junkie.
floor. Don't
He's
mind
always
me.
on
You know,
PeterGregg's
even the
live
janitor
channel.
gets a candy break.
Excuse me. He says he's always on PeterGregg's live stream on Friday nights, and said some other stuff because I was just like, is this really happening? And it just put me on notice. That's what I mean, like it put me on check. I was like, whoa, that's all it takes. All it takes is for one person with an audience that's similar to yours to give you a correct shout out, and it can totally change, you know, the dynamics of your YouTube channel overnight. So once
Don't mind me. I'm
that
just sweeping the
idea
floor.
itself was
Go
like
finish watching
incepted
Lewis.
into my mind
I'm listening to
because
Lewis.
Tom just did
That's
that
what
on
I'm
the fly,
doing.
and I was like, what if I start getting an influx of new viewers?
Tell
What
Lewis
does
I
my
said
channel
hi.
look like
Okay.
right now? Is it like is it looking representative of what I want to have it in the future, or is it like a hot mess? So I don't think it was a hot mess, but it wasn't to the point of where it was what I wanted to represent me in the future. So for that reason, I got on my P's and Q's and I started making those changes.
You tell him,
Making
Lewis.
changes in
You tell him.
thumbnails and making things more congruent and trying to create more content in a more consistent manner. And say, you know what, like I gotta try my hardest to make a piece of content weekly, because the difficult aspect,
Even the floor sweepers get to have a piece of candy. Now, you guys need to be quiet so I can be watching Lewis. Stop talking.
Those are just obstacles, and at the end of the day, you know, like I'm only gonna have myself to hold accountable. So with that being said, I've totally changed my mindset on holding myself accountable and creating the channel right now in the manner of getting it ready as if I already had the influx of new subscribers or new eyeballs watching my videos. Taking the professional approach now and trying to get better with every upload, with every live stream, with every aspect of
This is hard work.
my channel.
Maybe I should hire somebody to do this.
That's what I think I'm accomplishing. And that's why I'm smiling, because I'm having so much fun doing it. I'm working.
I can
hard
see
at
you,
it, but
Louis.
Like I said, having so much fun doing it. So let's get.
I'm
back
on a
to the
chocolate
chat.
break.
Live. Okay. We said that Peter is promoting my show, which is amazing. Peter says hi. That's so cool, man. I can't wait.
I'm sweeping the floor, Louis. I'm sweeping the floor.
Like, I'm torn right now. Like, I'm having fun here. But
I gotta clean the floor. You keep going, Louis. I gotta clean the floor.
Well, which is not really possible. But I already said we're gonna be streaming here for like the next 15 minutes, and as soon as we're done, I'm gonna hop over there right away to see what's going on.
Somebody tell him I'm sweeping the floor. Keep going. Keep talking.
Okay.
This is tough work.
I have plenty of gear here, and I have plenty of things that I can talk about. So I guess I'm Yep. Like, I would ask, do you guys have any questions? And if not, like, do you have any gear that you're thinking about getting?
You're not kidding. I need more candy.
Because
thank you, David.
I have the computer here set up. Like yesterday, we can look anything up, which is what I really like about this setup. I was able to just connect my MacBook Pro via HDMI to a video capture card, and then I have the entirety of my computer and the internet available. So
thank you, David.
This is my computer cam. Boom.
I'm gonna go get another piece of chocolate.
Let me turn on
I deserve another piece of chocolate.
You know what? We could even check to see what Peter is doing. Because this is the way that we can do it. I was thinking, like, how could I use the computer to actually look at what I'm doing when I'm on the channel? And because there's different ways of achieving the same goal. So let's see what's going on here. Wow, look at him.
I hear you, David.
Thank you, Peter. I don't know
I hear you, Louis. I hear you. I'm just sweeping the floor. Keep going.
Thank you, because this is just so amazing. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm like losing a little bit of track, but this is just so cool to me. Like, the power of technology, man.
Well, what do you think? You think my floor is clean yet? I don't know.
Okay, so I'm mixing the mice here. Yes, he went. He went live early. So let me ask you guys: do you wanna cut it right now? Because if we're hanging out here, we could basically just move over to Peter's chat and continue hanging out there. Because I'm flabbergasted right now. I'm literally like blushing on camera, man. I'm just, you know what? Let's do that. I appreciate every single one who's here. We're just gonna cut it a little bit shorter, you know, just a little 10 minutes shorter than before. And, you know, I would ask you to join me on the PeterGregg live stream, and let's go do that. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for showing up. Tomorrow is going to be back at the regular time at 11:55 p.m. I'm going live earlier on Fridays so that I have the ability to make sure that I am in the live stream for Peter, because like I said, we are always there all the time.
I'm just sweeping the floor.
Peter just told me to go for another 5 minutes because I'm sweeping the floor. Okay, that's cool. That's no problem. You see, thank you for letting me know, Peter, because I'm just excited to get over there just the same. Okay, so here's a question in the chat. Let's talk about this. Do you prefer primes over zooms?
No, I prefer
Because
zooms. Oh, I prefer primes over
even though
zooms.
I like zoom
That's what I
photography
prefer.
and just
Cake.
I
What
brought
do you mean it's time for
in
cake?
the live stream the other day my 24 to 240,
I got chocolate here.
and then one
Hey,
of my
Simon,
favorite
can you turn on
lenses,
your
my
camera?
135 to 400.
And I'll send you a link and
Because
we'll put you on.
the
I
look
got
that I get
Lewis
at
going.
400 millimeter
I could put you on here too.
off of that lens.
Go put it on a clean
at
t-shirt.
5.6 is. You know what? Let me see. 'Cause I do have some.
If you can come
images
on,
my
send me a
computer.
link, Simon.
So I say that I don't have.
I'm sorry.
A way to
If you can come on,
demonstrate
I'll send you a link on Chrome.
I forget that I made this so that we have the entirety of the internet available. Okay, so this is my Instagram. Why isn't it scrolling? Okay, here we go.
Okay. I could pretty much say the floor looks clean.
I'm getting no scroll feature. That's so weird. Okay,
I think this is a Reese's peanut butter cup. What are you showing, Lewis? Who is that?
hopefully that's coming through good.
We'll be starting at 10. So you guys can watch Lewis.
This photo here was one that I edited, but this was taken at 400 millimeter in my backyard, and this was the test shot. So this wasn't actually like one of the shots that I used. It's just I absolutely love
Thank you, Carl.
the way that the shot came out, and that was just me making sure that I had my settings
Charles
correct,
is ready to be
you know,
entertained.
kind of like chimping
But
to figure out what this was. But with
Shh,
all
Lewis
of this
is
being
talking.
said, me
Stop
coming all the
talking.
way to Instagram to show you this zoom lens, I still prefer prime lenses. There's something about the sharpness. So with this being said, this being a vintage film lens, this is, I love the image. I love this image. But now let's go back to the top with more of my more recent images, where I would say something like this. That's off of my 85 1.5. I mean 1.8. Love this shot. This shot, same individual. This to me looks like it came out of a movie. Let me know what you thought, because I actually think that this looks like the movie Bad Boys Part 3 or something in Miami, just with the palm trees and everything in the background, the colors, the sun behind, just
okay,
everything
I think
about
I'm
this
done.
shot I love.
What time is it? David
Yeah,
says,
look at that.
we're passing notes.
Instagram
Shh, we have to be
instantly
respectful. David's on.
on the internet.
Not
Okay, let's
David.
go back to
Lewis.
the
Why do I
chat.
keep
See
calling him
what you're
David?
saying. Okay, PeterGregg went out early just for you, so that's so nice of him. Extremely nice of him, Mario. Like, that's why I say I sit here humbled and I just stay in shock. Sometimes I'm like, we'll talk about that another day, because sometimes I stay speechless, like without words, because I'm so appreciative of everything. So see you all in a few minutes. Happy weekend. So I guess Mario headed out. David says, I'm a zoom guy. I had the 50 to 500 Sigma and always used it. I know, especially for birding, but I believe you're using the Olympus system, and for birding, I believe that's probably one of the best autofocus, because they're right there, you know, neck and neck. They say that they're faster than Sony, but I really can't tell a difference when they're that fast. But still, for bird photography, absolutely, you got a really nice setup. Actually, I had put this setup here. I talked about it yesterday, which is a 135 2.8 with a speed booster to Canon, and then adapted from Canon to Sony on my APS-C, and this thing's giving me like a 200 millimeter plus or something, like, yeah, like something like 240 on the focal distance on the APS-C.
Yeah, Tom.
And man,
Lewis is doing really good.
Super sharp, and it's not that big, but not good for birding because you need autofocus. Mario says prime lenses for me, particular wide angle lenses. Yeah, that's why I said the what you're seeing right here is the Sigma 16 millimeter or 24.
The floor looks good to me.
1.8, and this one has.
Anybody see any spots that I missed?
Save up to buy the 1.4 in the full frame.
You know what I didn't get?
I'm happy with the images.
Got a little water here.
I love the 24 millimeter angle. I love the wide angle lens, and then when I wanted to go wider, I purchased a Quantaray.
I don't think Lewis is loud enough.
19 to 35 millimeter. But I'm always using it at the 19 because that's why I got it for. 19 millimeter at 3.5. And I'm always stopping it down because it's landscapes.
Here's to your cappuccino, Charles.
Use it at a 5.6 or maybe even f8, and super sharp images. Very happy with the results that I get from that. Did you opt out of Facebook? That's what it says when I try to
No
share.
cheating, Charles.
Oh, absolutely not. So I guess I'll be looking into that right now. David Crook says, Tom Buck says you're doing really good. Well, thank you, Tom. Well, I guess I'm going to see Tom and everybody. It is literally 1 minute till PeterGregg, so we're going to close this down now. Okay? I appreciate everyone hanging out. I don't know if you can, but tomorrow we're going to be back here at 11:55, crossing over the midnight hour from Saturday to Sunday.
Hi, Randy. I see you.
Because today we're going.
Scott says 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I'll see everyone there.
What about a frappe mocha?
Thank you for hanging out with me. Be safe. And
Lewis, you did a good job.
See you then.
There you go. Lewis is finished. And I just finished sweeping the floor. We can come over from Lewis's studio. We can come over to this studio because I just swept the floor. I cleaned everything up. I got a couple of more pieces of chocolate here, but Lewis is done. So we can come over here. 10 o'clock. We can officially start the show. Lewis, you did an awesome job, dude. I was listening to your show while I was sweeping the floor, having some candy. Stop.
If it's your first time here, my name's Lewis, also known as Mr. Camera Junkie. I'm a photographer based out of Hollywood, Florida.
There's Lewis.
Today, we're going to break down shutter priority.
Okay, so we closed Lewis down, and I think we're ready. We are ready to rock and roll. Did I do a good job on the floor? Do you see any other spots? Let me switch the camera over so you guys can see. I was sweeping the floor and I was listening to Lewis the whole time. I think he had a really good show. He had some interesting stuff to say. He's doing good. Let me put the broom away and then we can start the show. We go from Hollywood, Florida down to Miami, Florida. What is it? Like 10 miles? And we could start this show. So let's, it's a week before Christmas, so guess what? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every card I wrote my cards. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Yes, Bob, I was praying for you. Hi, Randy, you too. David says Louis won't have time to go to Krispy Kreme. Randy says, what about the frappe mochas? And Scott is giving me a countdown. Charles sees the Windex bottles. David Sailors is here too. I saw David. He was in a Christmas gazebo with lights all around. He was taking us through the town. Hello, Tom Buck, how are you? Your shows are better than I can't rhyme that, not here, but Louis's streams are doing good, and Woody is here. Carl, how are you tonight? Carl says good evening to all. David Crooks is here too. Virginia is represented here tonight. Can I borrow your brain for a minute? Mine seems to have gotten a little stuck. I can't even rhyme that word stuck, because then I'll get in trouble. And Woody is here. Scott says that I receive his Christmas card. Yes, Scotty, I got your card. Mr. Camera Junkie, I was watching you. I was sweeping my floor. I swept over here, then I swept over here. My tree wasn't on, 'cause I was paying attention to you, Louis, but I caught it just in time as you were finishing your show up in Hollywood. So now we're in Miami. When Norm gets here, we'll be complete. There's Norm, he's in the room now. We're ready to start the Friday night show. I was watching Louis, and I got a really clean floor. I was listening to him talking, and now I guess it's my turn to open the door. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Happy Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I want some chocolate pudding. The song says figgy pudding, but I really want chocolate pudding, and bring it right here. I'm not gonna go until I get some. I want that darn chocolate pudding, but if all I can have is a piece of chocolate candy, that would be awesome tonight. Merry Christmas, everybody. 1 week till Christmas. I was cleaning and watching Louis's show and listening to him talking. As a matter of fact, I decided to just rebroadcast his show. I hope that was epidemic music, Louis. Otherwise, I'm in trouble because your music in the background will get caught. So let's see who's in here. and start the show off. It's Friday. For those of you that are on my Patreon, I got 4 patrons now. I am big stuff. Don't talk to me. I'm big stuff now, okay? I have got 4 patrons. 4 patrons! And I gave them little private videos all week long. I would just come in here, turn on the cameras, all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? What? You don't believe me that I have 5 cameras running? Okay, we'll count them, okay? The Sony A7S III, that's number 1. Okay, what's number 2? The Nikon Z6, that's number 2. See? I'm less of a liar now than I was 10 seconds ago. And then after that is the Sony A7C, that's number 3. Ha! You thought you were going to catch me. You thought you were going to catch me in a fib. Now, how do you know I'm holding up 3 fingers? I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how. There's all the fingers. If I don't break my hand off, how about if I turn it around? 4 fingers, so that's 4 cameras now. All I need is 1 more camera and I win. Okay, do I have a 5th camera? Do I have a 5th camera? Let's, oh, there it is! 5 cameras! I got 5 cameras running. I had a terrible time this week because EcammLive is the software that I'm using on the new MacMini M1. Well, it just knocked my computer completely out of the park. I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get it to run. I couldn't get the cameras to connect. When I got the cameras to connect, they didn't work. When they worked, they were in slow motion, like instead of regular motion. But you know what? The guys over at EcammLive, they came to the rescue. They got involved with me. They were communicating directly with me. We were 1 step shy of them connecting up to this computer right here. And then they said, 3 o'clock yesterday morning. 3 o'clock in the morning. I got up to go pee. What do you get up at 3 o'clock for? Oh, Scott, I know you're awake at 3 o'clock. So it don't matter. It don't matter to me. That's a song, okay? So at 3 o'clock I got up to go pee. If anybody has to know, it's none of your bizwax that I had to go pee. I'm in my 60s. What is exactly your problem? Everyone here, you guys are young, okay? And there was a message sitting there waiting for me, and it was going like boop, 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 boop. So I moseyed on in here, and I'm going like, oh, it's coming from my computer. Well, it was a message from Ken. Ken and Glenn own EcammLive. And Ken says, I got 1 more for you to try. I want you to try just 1 more time. And if not, then tomorrow we're going to connect up into your computer. We're going to find out what the HELL is going on. So I said, oh, if I have to. So I turned on the computer. Oh, I turned on the cameras. I downloaded the 1 more try, the old college try. And I turned it on. And lo and behold, Houston, it works. I have cameras, I have lights, I have a revolving Christmas tree, I have a Santa Claus, and the Santa Claus goes ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. It's got a bell. Yeah, I know, I could tell, I could see it right here. I mean, I'm not blind, guys. Okay, there's the horn. Who's going to get on this show with me? Okay. So I tried it, and it all worked. And it's, Lord God Jesus, thank you. And I went back to sleep, and here I am, together with you guys. We have our live show, and we got all the best of us here in the room. So I think I should start, don't you think? I mean, we have been messing around for the last... How about if we start from the bottom? We've got Gregory. Hey, Gregory. Hello, Gregory. I know Gregory's up in Lewis's neighborhood, up in the Hollywood, northern part of the county. I'm in Miami, in the southern part of Florida. And then we've got Lewis. Lewis is in here. Look at Lewis. Lewis says, you must be loving the MacMini. Love you, brother. I love you too, Lewis. If I could tell you, if I knew which camera I was on, I would tell. Oh, there you are. I love you, Lewis. Thank you. Thank you, God, for Coco's healing. We've been praying for Coco. I pray for all of you guys every single night. I got it written down. On the paper, okay? And when I go through all the things that I pray over, I need one of those for dramatic purposes where I get the roll and it goes from here and it goes down to the other end of the room. And I got all you guys and I pray for you every single night. So Coco's on my prayer list, Lewis. You're right. So here we are going. So that's Lewis. I'm going up backwards, okay? So David Sailors says, is that all? Lightweight. I stream with my iPhone. Currently, due to terrible bandwidth problems at home, honestly, I think your studio streaming system has to be one of the best I know of. Yes, I want the best. And if I can't have the best, I'm closing this up and I'm going to go up to where Lewis is up in Hollywood. And I'm going to go and I'll play with Aiden for a while. And when I'm finished playing with Aiden, then Lewis can go play with Aiden and I'll use his studio. Because, you know, Lewis's studio, Mr. Camera Junkie, is gorgeous. Beautiful camera, beautiful computer, beautiful sun. I'm not so sure if Lewis is that beautiful. I'm teasing you, Lewis. You're awesome. No problem. No problem. So Norm says, Woody, you didn't miss much. They spent the whole hour reflecting on how many views they had for each of their streams. So Woody and David are talking to you. Join the PeterGregg Facebook, please. Yes, I saw your pictures. Woody. What night picture? Wait a minute. Wait. I have to learn how to work this stinking cotton picking thing. Okay, so let's turn on, I call it here the main camera. I also have a quad. Let's see if the quad is working. There it is. I got all 4 cameras. What's missing is the hand camera. Okay, so I have all 4 cameras. No, not 8. I have to put the 4 in that one and the 4 in that one. So if I can get 4 over here, I can show you that I've got 4 cameras going. There, 4, okay? So I got them all in one. Let's see how this computer is going to handle that. Can this computer handle 4 cameras, live streaming, 4K, and recording all at one time? Can it do it? Let's take a walk. Boom. These boots are made for walking. And that's just what they're gonna do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Frank Sinatra and his daughter. What was her name? What was her name? Frank Sinatra's daughter? You don't think I know her name? Do you think I know her name or not? Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Not Tina. Now, I am going to have to go get some more water because I swept the floor for so long while I was watching Lewis. I went through my whole bottle of water. Lewis, thank you for letting me show you off tonight. Instead of doing the music countdown, I just played your live stream live. So you were getting broadcast from 2 studios at one time. You know what, Lewis? Aiden is going to be very proud of his daddy. I'm not sure if I like to see 4 of me up on the screen. That's a little bit nuts. Okay, but I gotta admit, it's fun. All right, so let's come down. Okay, so let's go to the main camera. I forgot what I was going to look up. Oh, I was going to show off Woody. There's my jingle bells. Okay, what's today? Today is the 18th. In 3 days, it'll be 2 years since Jingles was killed. Am I going to make it through? Am I going to break down and have a nervous breakdown? Or am I going to fly right through it? Well, since I know he's in heaven and I'm doing pretty good, I think I would bet I'm going to fly right through it. That's what I would think. So, who wants to allow me? B&H wants to know. No. You are not. There is no way. You know what? I'm not sure if I can actually log on this computer. I haven't tried this. We'll try it together. Okay, am I in? Yeah, I'm in. It's going to be a good night. So here's our hour. An hour is in the link down below. Okay, Facebook Live group. See the name right up there? It's in black. And see where it says private? I have it set to private so that you guys can share what you want and you don't have to worry about your customers. If you're talking how much do you sell an 8x10 for, print, or a 16x20, or what if you sell a package of 100 4x6s, you know, it's locked up. Can you see the lock right there? All right, so Mr. Camera Junkie was announcing that he had a show going on tonight. Did I give him a thumbs up? No, but David did, so let's give him a like. And then last night, and now here's Woody. Look at these pictures. Wow, look at that. What is that? Are those yellow lights there, Woody? The yellow lights shine right through. It's gorgeous. All right, I can tell that it's green lights. I'm not that dumb. I just want to make sure you're awake. Norm, are you awake, or do I need to ring the horn? And then look at that. That is so pretty. I'm going to have to look and see if you wrote down where it was. Whoa! Actually, it looks like there's a carrot there for his nose. And now that, boy, that would be awesome for a wedding. Look at, what's that black thing in the middle? Is that my computer doing that? Or do they actually have that? But what an awesome tunnel. Can you imagine a wedding or some kind of a party and the people come right down those lights? That's really such a nice, I like your yellow lights, you know, Woody. Your yellow lights are awesome. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you Woody's pictures. Okay, and here's Randall, and he's making his comments, and Charles. Look at that. The guy's getting older, and he's getting better looking as he's getting older. I don't know, you know, what is he taking? Oh, he's a doctor. I bet he's doing something secretly. I bet you $1 to donuts that Charles is doing something secretly. And here's Mike. MDZ shots. Oh, look at his pictures. Woo! Wow! Oh my God, look at the mountains. They almost look like they're three-dimensional. That is so pretty, Mike. Look at that. So you guys go to PeterGregg Live group. I'll show you the name of it again. And post your pictures. We'll share these things. Don't post them if I can't share them, because if it's in there, I can share them. So nothing, I don't want to see you in your underwear or less. Okay, so that's in the daytime. Wait, I really have to spend an extra minute on this one. That looks actually epic. Those mountains in the background look like it's three-dimensional, like I'm looking at another planet. I don't know what town this is. And look at the rolling hills. Boy, whoever was mowing that did a beautiful job. It's so even. It kind of makes you feel like, hey, I want to live there. Who's going to come and help me pack up the house? I'm moving out. I'm moving over here. Do they have a Walmart? It's got to have a Walmart and a grocery store. It's got to have a Home Depot. For me, it's got to have a hospital. Okay, I'm in my 60s. I don't know when I'm going. I might be here another day or two. I might be another decade or two. I might live to over 100 years old. You don't know, and neither do I. So let's see. What's the next one? All right, Woody's showing us his rocks. Woody, I don't know if you should do this publicly, but all right, I got to admit, not so bad. But that's like really awesome. And look at the drop down over here. It's like walk, 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 walk. Bye. They're gone. Whoa, look at the fog. The fog is giving it a different coloring. The fog is like bluish gray, and in the front it looks like we have almost like maybe golden light of some type, or whatever light is shining. Good job, good job. This is, oh, look at that. Almost heaven. Wait, I have to sing to that picture. Almost heaven. I'm not sure if that's Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is whole there, older than the skies, younger than the mountains, blowing in the breeze. Take me home, highway with the yellow striped road, to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. All right, this is a picture I would like hanging on my wall as a 30 by 40. Honestly, it is just so beautiful, peaceful, and you don't even know what's going on television, on the fake news, and you don't know what's going on the other fake news, because we got all fake newses now. We have a complete stereo set of fake news. But you come and look at this picture, and even if you were on roller skates, it's actually that inviting. Such a beautiful, beautiful picture. So I like that. That would make a great postcard. And then there's the mountains with the grayish color, and the fog is rolling from the left and it's going to the right. Wow, what a beautiful picture that is. Through the trees, hide your eyes, ready or not, here I come. Here's my question, is that snow down there? I've been getting pictures of snow from my friends because I don't see snow, so now they're all sending me snow. Osvaldo in Massachusetts, he's got like 2 feet of snow on his car. It looks like it's perfectly carved out. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Whoa, look how pretty that is. None of them, wait, I have to go back. Sorry, I'm sorry. I have to actually stop and smell the roses. No, there's no roses here, okay? I don't see a single rose. I'm not blind. But that is just such a beautiful, peaceful, that is a wall art. If you don't put that on your wall, Mike, you're crazy, okay? And I don't mean to call you crazy because people don't do that, but it's like, seriously, get rid of this arrow sign here. That should be easy to do. And this is a wall print. That is awesome. And then we were peeking through the trees. See, I'm over here behind the bushes. I'm taking a leak. Don't look. Geez, guys, if I'm saying I'm hiding behind the bushes taking a leak, what does everybody look there for? You guys are supposed to have my back. Well, Peter, you shouldn't be out there taking... Well, what would you do if you were out there? What exactly would you do? Well, I guess it would depend on who you're there with. But that is gorgeous, gorgeous coloring. Look at, wow. When God gets creative, he does a good job. Wow, that's amazing. Alabama Hills. At least we know where we are now. Something lands. I can't read it very well. Maybe you guys can read it better. But that is so pretty. What is that about lipstick on a pig? Well, we got lipstick on a rock. It's still a rock. Ah, that's funny. That is very, very good. Okay. Now, somebody, how do I get out of here? No, not like that. Come on. This computer. All right, so, oh, there's the X. All right. So now you guys got me wound up for pictures. And, oh, here's Charles's setup. No computer needed. Charles, it doesn't look like it even needs you. It can work without you. No computer. This is like the ultimate. This is the ultimate vlogging or streaming machine. There we go. Let's get back to our show. Okay. How do I get out of here? I go down here, take a left at the Peppermint Tree Lane. I come over here and I click the PeterGregg sign. Oh, there's Peter. Hi, guys. Where were you? I was just looking at, honestly, I can't explain it. I was looking at the most amazing pictures you ever saw. They were fantastic. Wow, that one, I want one of those on my wall. I want to look at it and go like, thank you for what you made, Lord. Any of these nature pictures bring out like the Christian or whatever faith you are in you. You look at it. Oh, you see my little green sign? I got four more than you, okay? I got 4 patrons. 4 patrons just this week. And their names are Rob, which is Robster. And we've got Rob twice. We've got Daniel. And we've got Randy. Oh, you know who we're missing? We're missing Tom. Tom, how come you're not in there? You don't think I'm going to fix that? Of course I'm going to fix that. What do you think I am? Do I look crazy or something? Okay, so Rob. I'm trying to read it. Okay, Rob, Daniel. Let's put Tom. Tom space B. We know it's Tom Buck, okay? But I'm not sure whose last name I could put on there and whose I can't. But I know I could put Tom Buck's. So you know what? I'm going to put Tom Buck. Okay. So we've got that, and I fixed it. I fixed it, Tom. Don't get up. I fixed it. I fixed it. Okay. Let's get back over to my expensive camera. I like this camera. So let's get back to what we're doing. Chuck rhymes with stuck, but then so does luck. What were you thinking, Peter? Shucks, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking something, flood. I was thinking flood. I know, I'm not very good at rhyming. So, Simon says, put your hands in the air. Simple Simon says, shake them all around. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's go and catch up with where I started. I know I left off with Gregory, who's up in Hollywood. Hi, Greg. How are you doing? Good to see you. I see. Who do I see you there? With Maria is there with you. Oh, and who else is there? Matt is there, and then who else is? Christina's there. Oh, whoa. Good to see you. Who is up next? Norm. I received a personal message from Santa. Did you see the link I sent you? No. Where's the link that you sent me? I guess I'll have to go looking for it again. So it was Bob. Bob. Wait a minute. I think Bob is on this list. No, Bob is not on the patron list. But Bob was on the donor list. Oh, he gave for Woody. Okay. Not Woody. He gave for... help me with the Harry. Harry and Amber. Kissing in a Tree. Kissing. Here's Aaron. Aaron, they made it work. Thank you, God. They made it work, Aaron. 3 o'clock in the middle of the night. Ken was up, burning the midnight oil. They sent me like 3, 4, 5 different updates trying to fix my problem. And this is the new update. And look at how this computer is running. How many people we got in here? I didn't even look at the statistics. We got 17 people. We got 12 thumbs up. We're not doing too bad. If I may say so myself, we are not doing too bad. So I did do a video today, probably tonight. Well, it's kind of late now. What time is it? It's 10:30. Well, maybe tomorrow. I need to edit it, and I did a video showing everybody what 4K live streaming and recording looks like on the mini M1 computer versus the 2017 i7 computer, which didn't do a bad job. So I've got those 2 pieces of film or video, and I'm going to create a video and put that up on the big channel, so people can see. Because they're showing all these tests. And the reason that I actually bought this is because nobody was showing me that I could plug in a 4K camera in there and have it stream without the stuttering, because I don't like the stuttering. Stuttering is when I go like this and it chops it up. But this Mini M1, the M1 Mini or Mini M1, is this an M&M? Is this secretly an M&M and I didn't even realize it? A Mac Mini M1? Whoa, I need a piece of chocolate. No, I need some water. I can feel my throat getting dry. I don't know how you do it. Louis, you talk and you talk and you talk, and I just don't know how you do it. But nice to see you, Aaron, and I know you have your ear to the ground watching what I'm doing. And here's Louis. He's saying happy hello. Hello to Simon. And oh, Aaron bought something, guys. Aaron flipped out he whipped out his credit card, and he says, I ordered the Intel iMac. Believe it or not, no M1 for me. Did you get the 27-inch i9 with the 16 gigabyte in there? Is that what you got? Seriously? No M1 for you? Boy, you're just full of surprises. Aaron, you actually shock me sometimes. Okay, well then we got something to watch out for. I'm going to be watching Aaron's channel so I can see what the heck he's doing over there. This is going to be fun. We're playing computer musical chairs. You buy this one, I buy that one, I buy that one, you buy this one. Who else is buying computers out there? We need to get us all like in one big barrel, you know. So Aaron, I need you to tell me what configuration you got. So I know you got the 2015 iMac 27-inch screen, which is a great screen. Okay, I got that on my 2017 iMac over there, but that's the i7. So you're going to go from the i5. If you ordered the new one, you're getting an i9. So you're getting a lot of power there, like super power, super duper power. Now I do know that on the Mac M1, the Mini M1 that's here, it's got 2 Thunderbolt ports, but they're on 2 different buses, which means that I get the full bandwidth on each one, which is very important. Now I don't know if the notebooks have their Thunderbolt ports on 2 different buses, meaning you get the full power of each one straight to the processor, okay, or not. But I do know that the MacMini does. Somebody told me, then Randy sent me an article, and it was in that article again, so it's been confirmed, confined, and constrained. And then I get 2 USB ports, which I'm guessing that those 2 are both on the same bus. I could be wrong. We don't know. So Lewis is saying, did Peter just Vogue? I don't know what Vogue is, but if it's a good thing, yeah. If it's a bad thing, no, I didn't. I didn't do it. So Lewis is going like, nice, Aaron. Did you go with the 16 gigabytes of RAM? Either Lewis is confused or he means the 16 gigabytes of RAM on the graphics card. Because he probably bought it, hopefully, with 4 gigabytes of RAM and will spend the extra money and buy from Amazon because it's like a third of the price. So Rogers, Scott Rogers is saying Nancy, and Norm is saying Nancy, and Woody is saying Nancy. Nancy who? I don't know anybody named Nancy. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they're gonna do. One of these days, these boots, they're gonna walk all over you. You got it right. You got it right. And I do have an applause button. Just don't know where it is, but I got one. I pushed it. Please, play my applause. All right, so the applause doesn't work. Oh, wait. I had it muted. Ken, help! No, they don't watch. They don't watch my show. It'd be cool if they did, wouldn't it? So, Lewis is saying, no, thank you, Peter. No, thank you, Lewis. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Would you like $1 million? No, thank you. Okay. Yes, Lewis is talking about something I talked about a few minutes before. So it gets interesting when I read myself in slow motion. So Aaron is talking to Lewis. He's calling him Junkie. Call him Lewis, Aaron. Mr. Camera Junkie is Lewis. He's got a 5-year-old son named Aiden. Aiden is a special needs child, and we all love him. And every one of us step in to protect him just like that. Okay. So he's saying, Lewis, I got the M1 and had some issues, so I decided to get an updated iMac instead, hoping it arrives with Catalina. That would be a very, very interesting concept. I probably would bet Big Sur, but I bet you a nickel it's Big Sur. No, I'm not that sure. I'll bet you a penny. It's Big Sur. If it's Catalina, I lose a penny. A penny here, a penny there. What am I going to tell you? This is not like me. Yeah, you say it's not like you, but we've been playing musical computers, Aaron, for like 2 months. I know, you're my friend. I've watched you order, send back, order, send back, order, send back. I've done the same thing. I like shiny new gadgets, but I need stability. I'll order a package and send it to you for Christmas, a package of stability. It's a bottle like this. It's got clear liquid in it. You just drink some of that clear liquid, you got stability, buddy, for a while. Now, if you drink too much, you get unstable, so you get instability. So it's got to be just the right amount for you to get stability from the vodka. I mean the clear stuff from that bottle. So, he thinks he's old. You're a kid compared to me. Woody, with his gorgeous wife. I don't know why Woody's in the picture. I mean, his wife is beautiful. It should just be Mrs. Woody. That black thing in the rearview mirror, I was in the back seat of the car. Oh, is that what that was? Okay. I remember seeing that. I'm going like, that's almost like a paranormal. You got things in the back seat of your car, Woody. I wouldn't be looking back there right now. I would be just looking forward. As a matter of fact, pull that rear view mirror off your windshield, throw it to the floor, and say, what's behind me? Doesn't count. So what does Aaron say? Anybody interested in what Aaron is talking about here? Oh, you are? All right, well, let me read it to you. All right. So Aaron wrote in the comments, and he says, I just uploaded a video and called something by the wrong name. Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she woos me. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. I think that's probably one of the very top love songs ever written. All right, so let's get down to business. I just loaded a video and called something by the wrong name. Would you delete and re-upload or leave it alone? I'd have to see it. If it's going to be something that's going to be Okay, so what did you call by the wrong name? Your wife? Did you call her by the wrong name? Do you want to sleep on the couch, Aaron? Is that what you're telling me? Where do I sleep tonight, Peter? Do I sleep in my bed, nice and warm, all snuggled up with somebody I love? Or do I sleep on the couch with a blanket that doesn't even cover my toes, never mind my fingers and my nose? You can make a comment and pin it. And anybody that goes to correct you, because there is the correction police out there. So if I say, I'm wearing my red shirt, the correction police will go, Peter, you were wearing a, I didn't know what color, a green shirt, a blue, green, whatever color that is. So you can put a comment in the comments and pin it. So before they decide to go and correct you on something, you will have made the correction there. And you can also put it in the description, and you will be covered. Now, if it's something that maybe has 15 views, and that's all it has, and it's going to grow over the weeks and months and years, pull it down, correct it, and put it back up. Those 15 people will come back in. It's a tough call, but you can do it. David Crook says, nice S-curve. Yeah, I saw her S-curve too. I thought, oh, you mean the picture. I'm sorry, David. I was looking at this beautiful picture I have on this beautiful S-curve. S-curve. Wow, what an S-curve. Yes, that was a very nice S-curve. Those pictures, you guys, Woody and Mike, you knocked my socks off. Can you tell? I'm not wearing socks. You knocked my socks off. Oh, you can't see my feet. Don't worry about it. Nice S-curve. Good joke, David. You did one for David. Let's see what this SV1 looks like, because this SV1 is like a little sleeper camera. Okay, you're not going to get the depth of field out of this that you're going to get out of 1.4 lenses. But this has a 1.8 Carl Zeiss lens. It's a 1-inch sensor. It's got a flip-out screen. It's got no recording limit. Doesn't overheat. It's got the gyro stabilization in it, I believe. And it's got the, oh, you can't change the lenses. It's got one card slot. Forget it. Doesn't have the right stuff in there. But what an awesome camera to work with. Now, this camera is running at 1080 30p. I kind of fixed that, and it's running through the ATM Mini. So if I go to the ATM Mini and I switch cameras, oops, what did you do, Peter? I pushed the wrong button. What do you think? If I push it again, guess what? You know what they say? Everything turns black right before you go. Okay. So that's the ZV-1. Very nice camera. Let's go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's see if I got zits tonight. I didn't shave too close. I was thinking of Sly. She doesn't like it when I shave too close. I get skin rash. So this is the A7S. No, this is not an S. This is a C. So where did I leave off? Lewis was going, I agree about stability, Aaron. That's why I'm still using Photoshop iPhone 10. Yeah, but he fixes them. That's cheating. If you get a broken, listen guys, if you get a broken iPhone, you get one of those boxes from the post office that's, what do they call it? Flat rate fee, and you mail it to Lewis. He fixes iPhones. So he'll fix it and he'll ship it back to you, and then you got to give him money. A lot of it. A lot of money. Okay? And no, he doesn't take credit cards. So you're going to have to figure out how to pay the man. But that's what he does. Lewis, his day job is he fixes the iPhones. Scotty says the PeterGregg show is fake news. Oh, free. Oh, you're all right, I can make a whole lot out. Where am I? A7SC. I can make a whole lot out of this, Scott. So the PeterGregg show is fake news. Or the PeterGregg show is fake news free. Or the PeterGregg show is fake news for free. Okay, so if you want your fake news for free, you can go to PeterGregg, or there is no fake news on the PeterGregg show. And at that point, I think I might have had a little bit of the clear bottle. No, I didn't. Do you know why I have a bottle of that here? You guys are going to laugh at me. I'm not going to tell you because you're going to make fun of me all night long. I know it. I know it. I can make hand sanitizer out of the vodka. Instead of the rubbing alcohol, I use the alcohol that you can drink. Because they say that the rubbing alcohol after extensive exposure is carcinogenic. And I wash my hands a lot. Not only do I wash my hands with the sanitizer, I also go like that around my nose. So whatever's going up into my nose or in that whole general area has the sanitizer there. I don't know if I'm doing anything any good. This is caramel. Guess what? I don't like caramel. After you spend $14,000 on your teeth, that sticky stuff, I like the way it tastes, don't get me wrong. I don't have the word stupid written on my forehead, right? Amber, do I have the word stupid written on my forehead? So Mike says, thank you, Peter, for sharing my pictures. They were beautiful, Mike. They really were. And that was Alabama Hills, Mount Whitney, CA. What does the CA stand for? Is that in Canada or California? Alabama's not in California. So you know what? At a certain point in time, I should shut up and I won't look so dumb. Okay? But the pictures, there's nothing dumb about those pictures. They were gorgeous. And what about Woody? Where are you, Woody? Mark says, hello, Peter and everyone here. How you doing, Mark? Thank you for coming. Did you see the pictures? They were absolutely gorgeous. The pictures were gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So Lewis says, nice shots, Mike. MDZ shots. Yep, I got to agree. Oh, wait, we got someone famous here. We got Tom. Tom is in the room. He's the famous one. So I've been loving the Patreon videos. You think I'm being goofy? I just turned everything on. And I'm just trying to be personable with people. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm not getting dressed. I'm not putting on good clothes. I just wear my underwear. No, I don't. Okay? And I come in here, I turn it on, and I was having problems with the mic. I have it on. All right, it's on right there right now. Okay, so the mic was giving me a problem. So I showed everybody how I was taping it up under my shirt, under my t-shirt. It was pulling the hair off my chest. It was extremely painful getting that damn tape off, okay? And I was recording all this. So all the people in the Patreons, or Patreons, whatever you call it, did I put the link below? Oh my gosh, I don't think I put the link below. Okay, I need to do that because I think, what, it's $2 or $5 a month? And you get all these goofball whatchamacallits. Let's go over there and see if I can fix that, because I'm talking it up, and people are going to go down there and they're going to go like, we don't see it. We don't see it. And I'm going to go, you're right, I didn't put it in. So give me a second. You know what this does? This allows me to sit down for a minute. You can see the pretty tree back there. See the pretty tree, the pretty piano? See the pretty Santa Claus? You see all that pretty stuff? Okay, so let's roll up underneath here. Let's switch over so you can actually see the tree. There we go. And let me go and find my patron, because I don't know what it is. I'm not sure, but I think it's my name. No, it's not my name. I'm going to go over to the 2017 computer. And here it is. Okay. It's patreon.com/PeterGregg. Wow, how hard was that? All right, so let me see if I can actually go to the channel from this computer while I'm actually broadcasting. What are you doing, Peter? Where did you go? Oh, we got 98 subscribers now. Okay, so let's go here. All right, where's YouTube? There it is. In Greek, it's ita. Okay, let's come in here. Oh, it's gonna do this gobbly goofy stuff again. Do you want to go live? Next, next, next. Next, next, next. Campbell's chicken soup. Oh, I might have made it in. Right, so I don't see any of the settings. So what I need to see, I can't correct it from here. This happened to me once before, so you know what? I am not going to waste any time on this. Everybody will leave, and I'm going to wonder, was it something I said? All right, so it's patreon.com/PeterGregg. Yeah. Yes, that's as good as I can do right now, guys. Patreon.com/PeterGregg. So I will come back over, say hello, hello, and come back into the picture. This is so unprofessional. Who is running this place? Okay, so, Tom. I've been loving the Patreon videos. It motivated me to record a couple of my own for Patreon because it's so simple. It is. It's very simple, and I didn't even know you had a Patreon page. So I'm going to have to go over there, and I'm going to have to sign up for your Patreon page. And what was I going to say? And, you know, they have all these levels. If you give this much, then I'll give you a toothbrush. And if you give this much, I'll give you a toothbrush and toothpaste. Seriously, you know why they're there? I'm not talking at you, Tom. I'm talking general here. They're there to support you. Look at what it says on the bottom here. Okay, who is it? It's Tom, it's Randy, it's Daniel, and Rob. Those people are there to support me. They're not there to get toothpaste and toothbrush and their name written here and their name written there. Well, I put the name here. Okay, that's why I have it running. And look how smooth it is. Where's Randy? Randy would be very proud of me. Okay, they want to see more of you. They want to see more of me. So I have just been turning the cameras on, and I intended to do like a Wednesday night and a Thursday night and a Friday morning, but my computer got knocked out. So the cameras were connected, but they weren't working. So it's so easy to turn the cameras on and just say, hey there, hi there, ho there. We're as happy as can be. So it doesn't matter what level they come in. Like Tom, I think you're one of the highest levels. Shh, I'm not going to tell anybody. But Tom must be like a brother to me or something. I mean, he puts in a lot of support every month. So Tom, you get a big salute. But I was thinking about Tom, and I was thinking about Randy and Rob. I don't know where Rob is. Okay, and thinking like, if they're going to put in $5 or $15 or whatever it is every month on a consistent basis, Ken does that too. Okay, what can I give back that would be of value? Okay, and there I see all these other people on Patreon, and they're giving all kinds of weird things. You know what I want? If I like somebody, like I like the Peterson family, and Scott, that doesn't mean you start talking about Katie. Okay, I like the Peterson family, and they're giving all this stuff away. You know what I want? I want more of the Peterson family. I want to see them talking to each other. I want to see them singing. They're singing family, okay? And so I figured, well, why don't I give you guys what you want? You obviously want to support me because you like my shirts. It's got to be the shirts. And I'm talking to the wrong camera, okay? Maybe that's why you like me. I'm the only guy on the internet that constantly talks to the wrong camera, all right? So I need to do more of that. So all week long, when what Tom was saying is that that he liked what I was doing. So I want you to know how much I appreciate that comment, because I was thinking, what can I actually give? Because that's this is like a family. What can I actually give that would be meaningful? And that would be, hey, If I'm going to eat a ham sandwich, I'm going to show you my ham sandwich. If I'm going to have some ice cream, I'm going to show you my ice cream. If I'm going to take a shower, I'm not going to take a video. So I'm guessing, Tom, you're doing that too? People are going to like that, honestly. That's what they come in for, is more of you. Okay? I watch you, and I just enjoy watching you. And you talk, and you bring your wife on, and I'm going like, dang, I want more of that. Okay? So you go over to Patreon and go, I'm going to give you a box of paper clips. The best paper clips you ever saw. You know? No, I want to see more of you. I want to see more of you and your wife. I want to see you argue. I want to see you make up. So that is why I am doing that. And I feel in my heart I'm actually giving something back of value to the people that like me. Because there's obviously 25 billion people out there that don't like me. But for the 75 that do, why don't I give them something good? Okay? So I'm guessing you're doing that too. Congratulations. I'm very happy. Mr. Camera Junkie Lewis, I heard you mentioning that in your podcast. Is that what it was? Except I don't do podcasts. I don't know why you call them podcasts. I just jabber. Yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. I hope you were talking to me, Lewis. Aaron, re-uploading. I've been called out 4 times already. Sucks. You know what? For them doing that, you ought to leave it on. I know, I sound like a pain in the ass, you know, but if you're going to have people out there that you're going to have a whole presentation and all they can do is focus on your one mistake, leave it there to annoy them. I understand you're already uploading, okay, so that's, I'm just venting a little bit, okay? And then sometimes I make a mistake that is like really, really bad and nobody catches it. And I'm going like, I don't want anybody to see that. Like I said, I bought my lens, and for people that want to get good prices, to go to goldtoe.com. But it's not goldtoe. It's greentoe.com. Not one person made any comments in the comments down below that it's green toe. And you can get some great prices there. It's a legitimate thing. So the positive thing is you put in the price that you want to pay. Okay? So the negative thing is you've got to have the credit card there and they approve it for the amount that you said you want to pay. So I bought this lens that I don't know where it went. This one. Okay, this is the 17 to 28 lens. Let's go over here so you can see it. I bought it from Gold Toe. It's Gold Toe's a sock. So I bought it from Green Toe. So I went over there. They sell for $8.99 on Adorama, B&H, on Amazon. What's the name of that big company that screws everybody up? Amazon. So I saw the price was $8.99. They had a used one, I think, for $8.40 or something like that on Amazon, which means, who knows? It could have been a gray market, okay? So I went to greentoe.com and I put in a price of $7.75. I had to give them my credit card. They charged my credit card or cleared it for that amount and locked that money away. Then they put it in their own network. So some little camera store in the middle of the country that I've never heard from had one sitting there, brand new, that they bought to put in stock, and it hadn't sold for probably a couple of months. So they figured, we'll let it go for $7.75. So 4 hours later, they made the sale. I saved $125, got free shipping and USA warranty. So that's Green Toe. So if you're shopping for something and you can put a credit card up, that's a good way to go. Green Toe, not Gold Toe. So thanks for reminding me, Aaron. I made that mistake. Here's my buddy Lewis, my buddy, my pal Lewis. Let's see what Lewis has to say. I need to change cameras when I talk to Lewis, because when I talk to Lewis, there's a lot of gesturing. Hi, Lewis. Wait, where did he go? Was it something I said? Hi, Lewis. I'd love this. I didn't like the Mac screen so much, I'd probably get a Mac Mini instead. You could get the Mac Mini and like a Dell 27-inch, but I don't know which model, 4K for about $1,100-$1,200, and you'll have something that really packs a punch. So Lewis goes on to say, hello, how is everybody? Prayers for all. Thank you, Lewis. I hope you're praying for us too. I pray for you. And I know a lot of the guys in here pray for you. I think having a nice big glass of ice water is important. You know what, David? I agree with you so much that you're going to get to hear me walk all the way to the Frigidator, get some ice water, and walk all the way back. And I will walk you through it. I don't want you to have withdrawal. Okay, now when I open the door, you're going to hear the jingle bells, okay, because I got bells on the door so nobody walks in and surprises me. And I'm going to talk to you guys. Even though you're just looking at the Christmas tree right now, I'm going to the refrigerator to get a nice big glass of cold water, because it's the cold water that is what I need while I'm talking all night. So you're hearing the ice go into the cup now. You hear the ice? There it goes. There it goes. I'm filling it up with ice. Every little bit of ice that I can find. And now I'm going to go, and you're probably going to hear some static because I'm going to go into another room and I'm going to get me a bottle of water, bottled water. So you probably and now should I stop in the bathroom? Should I stop in the bathroom and take a leak? Should I take a leak? No, because that would be terrible. That would be terrible. All right, so I'm back in range. I don't have the lights on in this room. It's dark. Mommy, I'm afraid of the dark. Well, get into the room with the light and shut the door. All right, don't be so darn pushy. You're worse than Mabel. Jeez. So if all goes well, my prediction is you're going to see a PeterGregg on your screen right now. So I got one bottle, and I stand it up there. I got another bottle. I stand it up there, and I got a big cup of ice. You know why? I got marching orders from the boss right there. I think having a nice big glass of ice water is important. Well, when you talk for hours, you know, I don't want to sound like a complainer, but there's more and more things at the grocery store that I'm buying that I can't open. The Silk almond milk, the big container, like it looks like a half a gallon. They got this like foil covering on it, and I can't ever get it opened. I actually have to get a knife and cut a hole and pull it open, and the ring still stays across the top. Don't they know that elderly old people like David like David actually use these things? Oh, I'm gonna get a whole bottle. How much is in here? 16.9 fluid ounces. Where did they come up with that crap? 16.9. They couldn't give me that extra one and give me 17 ounces? Okay, so if you don't mind, I'm going to enjoy this. Really, I'm going to have a very nice tasting experience right now out of a red cup and a red thing across the bottom. See the red thing right there across the bottom? Okay, watch. Watch. This is going to be good. Mmm. Mmm. It's no good unless you go at the end. So thank you, David, for allowing me to go get some water. I appreciate that. That means you guys love me after all. It's not so bad, is it? So Lewis says, I'm excited for the next generation of the chips. M2. My ear to the ground is that it's M1X. You got the M1 and the M1X, but you could be right. I don't run Apple. I do own Apple stock, and I think the Apple stock is going to go up as their stuff gets better and better. I think that the people that's got monies, monies in their accounts, I think they're going to buy more and more stock because they're going to go, well, I want a piece of that, because they're basically reinventing their entire computer lineup. So everything from everyone, okay, is going to get updated with these new processors, and I think their stock is going to go up. One of the best sources of passive income is dividend stocks. This is an area where Biden might not be good, because right now it doesn't matter what, the way the tax system is set up right now under Trump, if you make, 40 something, 42,000 or 49,000 a year, any dividends that you get, like from AT&T, or who else, any Coca-Cola, okay, Walmart, and anyone that pays dividends is tax-free. So if you make more than 40-something thousand a year, because I don't remember the number, okay, then it's a flat up until $500,000 of dividend income, not other stuff, okay? Then it's a flat 15%, even if you're like in the 30 or 40% tax bracket, okay? And then over $500,000, it starts to go up. So I just cleaned my glasses; they didn't come out clean. So with Biden, the Democrats have always looked at the dividend income, which is how you invest in a company and participate in their profit, like Costco or Best Buy, or something that you see, that you think like that company's going to do really good, okay? The best ones are called dividend aristocrats. And in order to qualify as a dividend aristocrat, the company had to have given a dividend for the last 25 years in a row without missing any years. Okay? And they also had to have raised it every single year during those 25 years. And there's more. Then there's more, okay? They had to be a company that is on the S&P 500 list. So the dividend aristocrats are like the best of the best. Like International Paper is on there, okay? Now you do have a level above the dividend aristocrats, and that's the dividend kings. So in case we got young ones, that don't understand what a dividend is, if you buy a piece of a company, it's called a share. And that's not done at your bank, it's done at a stockbroker like E-Trade, like Schwab. All of these are .coms, okay? What's the name of the one? The one that I'm in. TD Ameritrade, okay? And Fidelity, all right? You open an account. Most of them require you open an account and you have to open it with $100. Okay, so once you open it with $100, you can buy a share of stock. So one of the interesting things is Fidelity.com lets you buy a slice of a share. So let's say, well, Peter, you were talking about Apple, and I'm interested in Apple, and I could put $100 in and open an account at Fidelity. And I'll go, okay, go ahead. Well, the shares today, I think, closed at $127. Oh, well, I only have $100 to open an account with, okay? Well, at Fidelity, they let you buy, instead of one share, they let you buy by a dollar amount. So you could say, I want to buy $75 worth of Apple stock. Kind of like filling up your gas, and you say, put $18 in the tank, please, versus I want, 8.4 gallons, all right, or 9 gallons, all right? So Fidelity lets you buy by the dollar amount and by the shares. So if you're a rich dude and you go like, well, I want to buy 100 shares of Apple, all right, it's going to cost what, $10,000, okay? So you say, I want to buy 100 shares. But if you only wanted to spend and expose yourself to a certain dollar amount in Apple and say, I don't want to expose my account to more than $500 worth of risk. Because when you buy a share, it can go up, it can also go down, okay? Ever been in a roller coaster? All right. So with Fidelity versus the other ones, you can actually buy by the dollar amount. So you can buy like $500 worth of Apple shares, whatever whatever it winds up to be, it is what it is. Okay? And then as your shares go up and down in value, the value of your stock account goes up and down. So what brought that on? I don't know. Oh, yes, I do. All right. Lewis started this whole thing. So Apple is rebuilding its entire lineup on these new processors. So people that have been watching Apple all these years, okay, they've been selling Intel. Before that, they had something else. I don't remember. I think David or somebody told me. It was IBM, chips or something they were putting in there. So now, all of a sudden, Apple decided to, whoa, we can make our own, baby. We ain't gonna buy no outside stuff. Only the inside stuff. We make it. You break it, you bought it. Okay? So they are making their graphics. They're making their processor. And what's the third part? There's a third part. And all of that is built into one massive chip. And it's called the M1. So when the processor processes, it doesn't have to go out the door, go down the hall, 3 doors, and to the left is where the graphics interface is, get what they need done there, come back down the hall, and come back to the processor. No, it's all in one room now. So the new Apple Silicon chips, the first one is called the M1, does everything inside of its own square. You won't see other things all over the place. So they put their memory, that's what it was, they put their memory, their graphics cards, and their processing power all in one block. So you save a lot of walking down the hall and coming back. And the result is less heat, because there's a lot less travel, a lot less electricity that it needs, because you don't have to power the guys behind to go all the way down the hall, second door on the left, okay, and then come back. They're in the room. They're right there. Just here, fix that. Okay, thank you. Okay, so it's all done in the one single silicon process. Okay, and if you're the silicon police, I know, and I choose to call it silicon. I am not redoing the English language for anybody. It's been silicon since I was a kid. We got Silicon Valley, and we got silicon chips. We got silicone, and that's the silica sand that's out there by the beach. Okay, and that is something completely different. So Apple is starting with the Mac Mini. Then they got the MacBook Air. They got the MacBook Pro, the 13-inch, and that's the first 3 computers that have the silicon chip. All right. Where do they go from there? All the rest of their stuff has Intel chips. So the MacBook 16-inch is going to get a silicon chip. The iMac going to get silicon chips. The iMac, the bigger one, I was going to say 27-inch, but the rumors are it's going to be 32 inches, silicon chip. The iMac Pro is going to get silicon chips. What's the big cheese grater? It's going to get silicon chips. So they're rebuilding their entire inventory. The iPad already has silicon chip in it. The iPad Pro already has silicon chips in it. The phones are moving over, and some already have silicon chips in them. So we got a whole new world for Apple. So the stock is like a rebirth. And if you want to buy one share, it's going to cost you $127. So if that $127 share goes back to what it was before it split, which was this year, I'm sorry, that was over $500 a share. So your $127 can go to $500, $700, depending on how well this crap sells. It's all about sales. Everything is about sales. So that's what it's all about. I didn't realize I was that thirsty. Thank you, David. So right after Lewis, we got Aaron that says, I'm a rebel. Yep. And he sings. He sings great, actually. I enjoy just listening to his little concerts. Aaron, I got that Intel Mac too. See, we got 2 rebels in the room. Mark says, watching the live show on the Mac 1, 16 gig, 256 via my Acer 38-inch curve, looking darn good. So you got the 16 gig? I think I'm going to switch this one for the one that you've got. So I got the reverse of what you've got, Mark. I bought the opposite, okay? I bought the 8 gig and with the 512 drive in it, figuring, oh, I need the bigger drive. But that's not true exactly. I wanted to get it now. I needed to test and see if this is going to work. Otherwise, I'm just going to wait till June and wait for the new $3,500, or maybe the price will come down to $3,000 on the iMacs. But this is looking very good, okay, for $899, and that's what you paid for yours, is $899. So for $899, we can't get anything comparable as far as I know. Well, let me rephrase that. We can't get anything comparable, and we want to run our Apple software on it, okay? So, because now you've got stuff coming up with Acer, with the Ryzen and stuff like that. I'm getting the stool, in case you're wondering, where's he going? Where did he go? He left the frame. I'm getting my stool. Dear Lord Jesus, you guys need to settle down. Keep your pantyhose on. Yes, I know, it's from the abyss. You guys have told me from last week. Okay, so I do see a stutter here and there. It happens. But you know what? I hardly notice it. I've watched my own video streams. I'm tired of watching me. But it actually works very good. And again, a big shout out to EcammLive, Ken and Glenn, because when things got messed up, they stepped in and kept their shoulder to the plow, the shoulder to the wheel, until they got me back up and running again. So I will have a link to them down below after this show. I might be there already, and I will have a link to my Patreon. In case somebody wants to give me $2, it's PeterGregg. No, it's patreon.com/PeterGregg. I know it's hard, but I can't get in there to fix it. It won't let me in. Maybe I need to be in this computer to fix that. Pardon my dust. Well, I try to fix something. Let's go into content. Let's go into live. And there I be. I be there. Oh, and there it is. I can type in here. Okay, guys. I just figured out how to fix my problem. So let's go to PeterGregg. No, Patreon, I said. Patreon.com/Peter Gregorio. Τι κάνετε εκεί πέρα σήμερα? Oh, guess what? I misspelled my own name. Boy, that's pretty bad. All right, do a Control-C. Come back in here. I had to be in this computer. I tried to do this in the other one. And I'm logged in here. Okay. So if I look at my own Patreon, $2, $5, $10, $25. A couple of you guys are at the $25. Thank you. $50 and $100. Okay, so all the people that joined from the $2 to the $100, anybody at $50 a month and over, every time it gets paid, you get a phone call from me. I didn't even write that down. It's a bonus. It's a freebie. Surprise! Surprise! So for $2, $5, or $10 for the low ends, you get all these goofy videos that I put up. So is this a sales job? Yeah, it is. What do you want from me? I'm here. There's supposed to be some... oh, wait, I didn't save it. I know David's going to come in and go, I don't see it. I don't see it. All right, David. Give me a second. Push the save button. Okay. Now you can check and see if I did it correctly. I pushed the save button. And if I go to live, there's the live. And if I go to the stream, I could see my stream, and it never lets me into the stream. You know why I want to go into the stream? Because I want to assign some of you guys as to start streaming, allow access to your camera. Yeah, I'm already streaming, buddy. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so let's get back. So that was Mark, and he's watching. Mark is watching on the same computer. So I guess what I need to ask you, Mark, is how you're liking the Acer 38-inch curve screen. Is it a 4K? And it looks good? 4K looks different than 1080, right? So I'm not being a goofball by insisting that I want 4K because I want that quality. And people are going like, well, why do you need that? I only watch in 1080. But your 1080 is better because I'm sending them a 4K file. And when they bring it down to 1080, it looks better. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. I hate when people say, trust me. No, I don't trust you. Yes, I'm driving all my buses and it's cramped. Well, what we probably need, Mark, is we need when they come out with the Mac Mini Pro. The price will go up, you know, but we'll probably get more buses. He means the plugs in the back. Aaron says, I'm sure it does. I'm too tired to tell my M1 story. I told it to Peter twice this week. It's been giving Aaron some troubles, and he's trying to get Apple to get in, and Apple wants him to become their employee, where he's logging all this stuff. Even on Ecamm, all they do is ask us for the logs. I go under EcammLive here, and I can click send the logs, and they send the logs. But Apple wants Aaron to do all the work. They're not going to pay him to do all that work. Okay, so he basically becomes a guinea pig. So he said, no, not going to do it. And I said, good for you, Aaron. I wouldn't do it either. But that doesn't mean they're not making a lot of sales. So Lewis says, I think my Intel Mac, the Thunderbolt, is on the same bus. The only two that have these split buses is the Mac Mini and this Mac Mini, but the older Mac Mini, the one that you've got, Randy. Okay, the Intel Mac Minis have different buses on their Thunderbolts. So they got two on one bus and then another two on another bus. This one's got one on one bus and then another one on another bus. But all the iMacs, they're all on the same bus. Bus stop, ba-dum, bum, 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 under my umbrella. Ba-la-la-la-da. Peter, don't sing it. You're going to get a copyright. Even if I sing it bad and off tune, they'll still give me a copyright? Yes, they will. So Lewis says, I upgraded the graphics card and I will get Amazon RAM later. Hopefully Santa will be nice. Good choice, Lewis. I knew you were smart. I knew you were a smart guy. Lewis says, I'm so entertained. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum, pa. Hey, I haven't seen Norm. Okay, guys, hold your ears. Hold your ears. This is for Norm. And just in case Norm didn't hear it, I love doing that for Norm. He just fell off the couch. So Lewis says, can you explain to me, I'm like 5 years old, why I'm so insecure, kick my butt into uploading videos. I think I fell off the tracks. I know the feeling. You get disgusted with YouTube, then you get disgusted with yourself. Then you feel you're so far behind, so why bother? Then you feel, well, if I start, I'm not going to do a good job. And the whole circle starts all over again. So Lewis, here's how you do it. I'm asking you to make a video for me. You keep saying you love me and I love you. We're brothers in the Lord. Make a video for me. Sing a Christmas song for me. Can you do that? And do it in that house where you had the white walls, if you still have access to that house. Do it with your cell phone or whatever camera you have, but sing me a Christmas song. And then I want you to text me the link, okay? And make it public. And when you will have done your first one. So when you're singing, don't think of the crowd. Don't think of the audience. Don't think of anything. Think, I'm doing this for Peter because I care about him and he asked me to sing a Christmas song. Don't sing the song, Mary, Do You Know? Okay, because in 2 or 3 days, it'll be the 2nd year anniversary for when Jingles was killed. And he was killed while I was singing that song. So any other Christmas song will do. And you can sing the song for me in memory of Jingles. See, your motivation is you love people. Okay, so since you care about me, I'm asking you to sing a Christmas song for me. So does that kick your butt enough? And I'm being honest. I'm not talking down at you. I'm asking you to do something for me. Sing me a Christmas song. And you know what? I'll play it here. I'll put it on here. I'll go to your channel and I'll play it. Okay? But don't freak out. Just play the song for me and in memory of Jingles. Silent Night, Jingle Bells, or whatever Christmas song you like. Any song except Mary, Do You Know? Don't do that one, okay? Because I don't listen to that song. It makes me upset. So I don't want to get upset at Christmas. I know Jingles is in heaven. It's all been straightened out in my mind. And even more important, just 18 inches lower down in my heart. Okay? And I'm fine with it. But I don't want that song. Sing another song. Okay? There's so many good ones. And sing it with soul, Louis, because you got soul. All right, big boy, do it. Sing to me. Okay? So I'm not treating you like a 5-year-old. Okay? I want you. I'm asking, would you do that for me? Would you sing a song for me? Okay? Sing a song for me this weekend. Make it a Christmas song. And when you make the video, say, this is for my friend Peter. And I'll know that that was your motivation. Okay? So you guys, Louis has a channel. Okay? And he's kind of like fallen off the wagon. He hasn't made anything in a while. And he needs just a little bit of love to help him get rolling. So I'm trying to give him that little bit of love to help him get rolling. Now, the rest of you guys, what the hell are you waiting for? Get your cameras out and make some videos. Look at what Louis is doing. And does it look like Louis is having a good time? Not this Louis. Louis in Hollywood, not Louis in Canada. Okay? This is Louis in Canada. Louis Luzaka. Luzaka or Luzaka? I've never had to say your last name before. Okay, so I'm asking you, Louis, to sing a Christmas song for me. Now, Mr. Camera Junkie Louis, all right, got the camera out. He did 2 or 3, and the guy is having such a good time, he can't stop. And I am enjoying watching him. And if I can help him, I'm going to help him. What else do I have to do around here? Just a few more years, and guess what? I'm pushing up daisies. So if I'm going to help somebody, it's going to be now. So if you go, oh, Peter, you're too mushy, you're too lovey, you're too... Well, screw you, okay? I don't mean that bad. But when I'm not here, I can't help anybody. I'll be gone. So the help's got to come now, okay? And if it's going to be a little on the mushy side, so be it. Get over yourself, okay? It's not that mushy to say to somebody, I love you. I love you, brother. I love you, sister. There's nothing, what do you call it? I'm not going to wind up on the front page of the National Enquirer. Well, maybe I will, but who knows? Peter, what's your Christmas wish? I want you to sing me a Christmas song, Louis. You walked right into that. Okay. You walked into it, buddy. So, there we go. Woody. Oh, wait. Louis has got one more. My iMac arrived with Catalina, but I upgraded to Big Sur. Once you get it rolling, it isn't that bad. At the beginning, it was like, ugh. But now, I just don't like the shape of the icons. They look more like cartoons. Where Catalina, they look more like a man's computer. Now they look like a boy's computer. So Woody's calling out to David. David Sellers, you still here? David Sellers! Are you still here? Woody's looking for you. Lewis says, no problem so far, but honestly, it's amazing. All computers are amazing. The biggest problem is I can't get this new Mac Mini to talk to my old Mac 2017. I mean, the two don't talk to each other. I could talk to my Windows, the Randall Tower, but I can't talk to the Mac Mini. Who designed these things? Must have been one of our favorite countries over there. So Mark says, info regarding the M1 choices. I run all software in the Mac Mini, which is Final Cut, Keynote, Numbers, Pages, Lightroom, Photoshop, C1, Capture 121, 2.1, no, 21, EcammLive, etc. Each uses up 63 gigs of Intel space, extra SSD storage. Okay. External SSD storage. Ooh, I didn't know it did that. I just learned something. Did you see that? All I did was rub my finger up and down like that on the mouse. Watch. Ooh, how cool is that? That's amazing. Thank you, Ken. He must have put it in there just for me. No, they don't do things just for me. Lewis says, Big Sur has compatibility issues with some programs. That's true. But they're getting up to speed. If they want to stay in business, Apple's going to Big Sur. Can't stop that. So, you know, now if you've got something weird that you're running, I think it just dripped on me, that would be fine. But I don't think you're running anything weird. If I would get the Mac Mini, I'd get either 16 gig of RAM and 1 terabyte SSD or 2 terabytes of SSD. I like having space. I know the feeling. I know that feeling. So I gotcha. I understand that. But I love the look of the MacBook Air. It was my first pro computer ever as a kid. Well, keep it. No, you're better off with the Mac Mini, Lewis, honestly. So David says, Lewis, yes, but to Apple, it is the latest and the greatest. All right, so what David is talking about, Lewis bought the Intel, okay, and David is saying the Apple Silicon is the latest and the greatest, and the entire foundation of the company is switching from there to there. And that's where I come in with all this jibber jabber about the stock. I think it's going to cause a lot of sales because for the first time, maybe ever, okay, Apple is actually going to be able to compete with the Windows world for the gamers, which is where the money is. The kids are buying the computers, or their parents are buying the computers for the kids. So now this Mac Mini is actually able to compete like in Twitch. Wait, I skipped over Mark Faust. So he's talking to Lewis. An external drive is a much better solution. I swap them out once a year to archive. And that's what I do too, Mark. And you can't change the RAM inside, so it's kind of like not really a choice. I mean, we could call it a choice, but it's not. So David's telling to Lewis, it's late and I misspelt your name. I think we understood. So Mike says it's California. Alabama Hills is in California, close to Lone Pine Town. See, that threw me off. How can Alabama Hills be in California? But obviously it is, and Mike knows what he's talking about. And those were sure pretty shots. Very pretty. As a matter of fact, send me the original of that one with the winding road, the S-curve. I might just print it and put it up on my wall. Woody says, thank you for sharing my photos. Woody, you know I love you. I'm going to share your photos. That's what we do for each other. Okay? Made you feel good? Now you're going to go back and show your wife tomorrow when she wakes up that I shared your pictures? Okay, that's the reason for this room. You think I'm silly all night long because I want to be a silly dilly? I'm trying to make you guys happy. Okay, now I don't know you each personally to know exactly what to make you happy, but if you created something and I share it, I know that's going to make you happy. Look at Mark, MDM, DM. Okay, he's in his 20s, and when I share his work, I bet you there's a big smile from ear to ear on his face. And I love doing it just for that reason. And the boy's got talent. Okay, so you got talent too. I hope that you'll spend a little time with Luke, take him out, and pass some of what you have on to him. So even though he's, 15, 16 now, by the time he's 35, 40, he'll have some skills under his belt, and he'll be able to whip out some beautiful pictures. And why? Because Grandpa taught him. So don't let something like that pass by. Or, I keep forgetting her name, your niece. I'm sorry, your granddaughter. All right? So us older guys, we got to share it with the younger generation. Like Lewis. I spend a lot of time on Lewis, with Lewis, talking to Lewis, because when I'm gone, I can't help him anymore. And he's like the sweetest guy you ever wanted to meet. Okay? So I want to help him. And now I got permission to kick his butt a little bit. So Lewis, you're going to play it? You can sing a song for me? I have a ton of external drives, but I prefer the speed of the computer SSD. I have the same exact feeling. So what I do is I do all the work inside. When I'm done, I hardly ever go maybe to compare something back to those. So I move it off and I empty the internal one. And I just keep pushing it all off. Okay? And who said they buy a new drive about once a year? When I was doing a lot of photography, I'd buy a new drive like every maybe 3 or 4 months. All right? But now, I think my drives go for a year. And I haven't gone back to an older YouTube video, even though all of these get recorded. I haven't gone back to hardly any of them. So you could do the same thing and call it a day. So Mike says, thank you, Mr. Camera Junkie. And that's Lewis, and this is the other Lewis. It makes me happy to see you're healthy, my friend. Well, yeah, I want to be healthy, Lewis. What are you talking about? What you talking about? I want to feel healthy. I'm not losing weight because I'm eating too much. And people are going, oh, it's Christmas. No, I'm eating too much. And I do feel better when I'm more lighter. Okay? So I'll be working on that, I promise. Maybe not during this next week. Maybe not. Oh my God, I got to share something with you. I learned to make my own fudge. And it is the best fudge ever. Fudge is different than a brownie. Brownie is like a cake. Fudge is fudge. Okay? And I made the best fudge. I'm going to have to make it for the other channel. Or even, I might even make it for this channel. I might record it and put it up here. Okay? It's so easy. But the whole I made a pan like that. It's gone. And it's just me, my brother, and another person that came in and go, oh, can I try that? Ooh. Ooh. It's like, where's the damn pan? It's gone. My fudge is gone. So I got to make some more. So, Lewis, it's been a crazy year. God is so good. Yes, it is. Yes, He is, and yes, it has been. What a year, okay? But guess what? In a few days, we get to do it all over again. Praying for your health always. I love Tom's videos. Yes, Tom is excellent. I want to join your Patreon. Don't do the expensive one. $2, $5. I'm not here to make you broke, dude. I'm here to make you happy. Okay? And in turn, you're going to show your support. $2 for the month is like buying me a cup of coffee. All right? I think the Starbucks coffee is a little more than $2, but hey. All right? And not only that, I'm not sure, but I think you could fill in your own dollar amount. So if it's like, I think I put it for $2 or $5, you could put it in for like $3 or $4.50 or $8, or you could pick your number. I think you can do that. I'm not sure. I never supported myself before. So you'll get all the little videos I do in between, Louis. It's supposed to be a teaser to get people to go over, click on the link, and sign up to my Patreon. And then every month at the beginning of the month, they charge your credit card for $2, $5, $10, $20. Tom is one of my best supporters. Okay, he thinks I'm worth something. I don't know why, because his videos are better than mine, and he's got a bigger channel, and yet he supports me. That is an awesome guy. Okay. So thank you for wanting to join my Patreon, Louis. I appreciate that, buddy. And that's why the $2 one is there. So I know I'm not going to hurt anyone. Speaking of Tom, he says, thanks, Louis. Mine is pretty bare bones, but it's there. If you make those videos, Tom, it's going to be awesome. I get to see more of you. And I like that. I like watching you. Your videos have been so helpful, and then when you started streaming, I really got a lot out of it. So it feels nice to support. It does feel nice to support. So thank you for supporting me. But there's some that I support, like I support Jonathan with the violin, and it feels good. That boy has got serious talent, and nobody's paying attention to him. So I give him a few bucks every month. Excuse me, I was drinking some water. In case you didn't know what I was doing. And it is water. It's not gin. It's not vodka. This bottle's not even open yet. Where's my other bottle? I threw it in the garbage. That one was open. So if I get a little loopy, if I start to sound like Dean Martin. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Thank you, Tom. That's a really nice compliment. Coming from you, that's an exceptionally nice compliment. Ah, here's another one of my boys, the real Raymond. Have you seen how well he's doing? Don't you think I'm proud of him? And the knowledge that he has on the Marvel Comics? You guys got to go see it. He's the real Raymond. That's the name of his channel. How's life, Peter and gang? We're doing good. I'm doing good. And now that you're here, very good. So Louis, Mr. Camera Junkie, is saying hello to Raymond. Two of my creators at the same time talking to each other. And you know, honestly, I have to consider Woody a creator. He's not doing it with video, but really, really good with pictures. And Mike at MDZ Shots, he's not doing it with video. Oh, he has done it with video with the 90D. But his pictures are also, I mean, I think Mike is like the most rounded one. I mean, he's awesome pictures, awesome videos. So Raymond is Mr. Awesome videos, and Louis is actually doing live streaming now. I'm so proud of my children. David Crooks is, Peter, I do have the same issue with opening jars and containers. Yeah, it's a bigger deal. And you know what? They chop up these pineapples, fresh pineapple, and they put them in this clear plastic liddy things, and they snap closed. And they give you like 2 tabs to pull them apart. Do you know I have to get a pair of pliers to open that thing? Who the heck are they selling this stuff to? Who are they selling it to? I want to take one of those over to the manager of the store and watch him open one. I can't get the pineapple out, and I like fresh pineapple. They cube it up, and you know, it's delicious. So these people have to understand that there's older people, and there's even some younger people, you know, that don't have the strength to open it. I can't open my almond milk. I can't open my pineapple. There was a jar I couldn't open the other day. What was it? It was a jar. Sealed so tight, I took it over to one of the kids. and he was struggling to open it. It made me feel not so dorky. You know, oh, the old man can't open the jar. I couldn't open that jar to save my life. I can't remember what it was. Something I buy over and over, so I knew to ask somebody to open the jar for me. Thank you, David, for backing me up. Now, I'm sure if Raymond was there, bam, the jar would be open. No questions asked. I'm surprised it took this long for Apple to start making its own chips. They traditionally like to do as much as possible in-house because Steve Jobs, Steve J, was paranoid about quality control. That's true, but they got into some kind of a contract with Intel, and then Intel let them down. Intel kept making promises. This is what I read, okay? And they weren't able to keep the timetable. So eventually, Apple got fed up, and they said, you lose. And when you've got like, what, $47 billion sitting in the bank, just ready to use, they used it for something. They made a good choice. They should hire me to be a spokesman. I can sit here in the Christmas room, and I can get paid to talk about Apple computers. No, I don't think they pay me. David says, are you going for another? No, I'm not, David. Those just happen. We're having a good time. I don't even know how long I've been on. 2 hours. It's at 12 is when I'm supposed to stop. It's supposed to be from 10 to between 11 and 12. And then it winds up being 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still going. So Lewis says, Lewis is crapping. Oh, carp, not crap, carp. Carpe diem. Okay. So he's shooting out Latin words at me, and he thinks they're going right over my head like I don't know what he's talking about. And I don't. But I'm certainly not going to tell him that. I'm going to keep it a secret. I'm not going to tell anybody that I don't know what the heck he's talking about. By the way, Lewis, I didn't ask you today, how is Aiden? My favorite 5-year-old boy is Aiden. Mike says, I'll send it to you, Peter. No worries. Thank you. You would do that? You should make cards. That should be on something that would be great on a t-shirt. Why don't you think of starting a channel? Oh, you do have one. Why don't you think of activating it? There, Woody's coming to my rescue. Carly is the photographer in Luke's family. She uses one of the old cameras. Luke is into hunting, fishing, etc. Does he have like a Nikon binoculars? Because I know Nikon makes, do they make scopes? I know they make a very good pair of binoculars. Tell Luke I said hi. I don't think Carly knows who I am, but after Luke saved all those little animals, I know who Luke is. So tell Luke I said hi. He's still a hero. It's Christmas. The heroes should get extra presents. So what are you buying Carly for Christmas with the cameras? That would be cool. Is she getting a new camera? So, has anybody seen Sly? I don't know where Sly went. Where's... Oh, there she is. Hello, Greggies. Happy Friday. It's almost Christmas. I'm getting excited. Oh... It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere Sly goes. When she shops at Walmart store, or what the other one is over there, it's the Christmas time, things are there. They want her money and her card right away. Can I ring that up for you, Sly? Would you like fries or supersize it, just in case you're hungry? Sly, I'm saying hello to you. I'm saying hello to one of my favorite Slys. Do I know any other Sly? I don't, but I don't want to feel like I'm a social nut. It's beginning to look a lot like Nikon Z6. when I sing to Sly. I can see her pretty face. It's just stands there like Grace. She's a pretty reader gal. Hello, Sly. How are you tonight? I'm grateful you came in to say hello. I'm guessing you didn't babysit tonight, or you're listening to me riding in your car. And I think, Sly, I get a little bigger smile when I see your comment on my screen. Does that mean, Sly, I don't like everyone else? Not at all. I love all of them too. But for some reason, I like to sing to you, especially when I sing it on key. How you doing, Sly? Did you get home safely from your work tonight? And in 7 days, it'll be Christmas Day. I was out of tune, but don't tell anyone, just me and you. I'm getting better and better at making this stuff up. Still not wonderful. I'll never be a rapper. But I try. So that was for you, Sly. Thanks for coming in. And all the guys are going to jump in now to say hello to Sly. You get a pretty lady come in the room. Oh, here's Mr. Camera Junkie. Hi, Sly Reader. How are you doing? And David Crooks. Bang a knife on the lid of the jar. It helps. Yeah, I got a stinking mallet. It still doesn't help. There's a round rubber-like disc that you can use to open jars. It is great, and I have one of those. And it looks... Oh, I might have some in here. It keeps things from sliding. Oh, I got it under the tripod so it doesn't accidentally slide off of the credenza. But the biggest problem that I have is the almond milk has got the foil. So I just take a knife and I just cut a circle, and I got to grab it before it drops into the foil, and I leave the outer ring of the circle on. Because I grab it, I pull it like that, I get pliers, I pull it up, it just rips. Who designed that stuff? Do they ever test it before? This is almond milk from, it's the blue one, whatever is the blue one. Oh, it might be the silk. I should go find it. Serves them right. And I open a new one like every 2 days because I make the smoothie with it. I mean, there's no sugar in it and stuff, so it's actually very good. So thank you, Woody. Same thing on speed from Motorola. Who remembers Motorola? Hi, Joe, by the way. I forgot. I almost thought I knocked this over. I didn't say hello to you. So hi, Joe. Here's to you, Joe. One for me. One for you. So Joe is saying hello. Hi, Peter. How you doing, Joe? Thanks for coming in and saying hi. Here's Martini Rob. See, Rob, I got your name on the bottom. You were my first Patreon, Rob. The very first one of my entire life. Rob was my very first Patreon. Links are down below. You can start as low as $2. I'm doing sales tonight, Rob. Did you get to see the videos that I've been doing for the people that are on the Patreon? They're not really silly. They're not serious. I'm just kind of telling what's happening on different days. What's happening, It's easy to turn everything on and just hit the camera rolling. especially with this Mac Mini. I think it's doing good. Hey, Randy, did you go to sleep? What are you doing over there? Randy? Randy? Will that wake him up? He works at the post office. They're making him work on Christmas Day. They're making him work on Christmas Day. And they're also making him work every day between now and Christmas. I think he gets Sunday off. And he's 63 years old. And he outruns everybody that works there. So, wrong camera. He outruns everybody that works there. Let's run this one a little bit. I like that one too. This is the ZV-1. What a great pocket camera. So that's where was Rob? Hanging loose, making dinner here? Oh, you're making dinner. Well, no. Rob? What are you making? And whose house are you at? Are you your house? Or are you watching this with your brother? Rob has got his brother watching me, and they watch together. And I'm very honored that they do that. So thank you. Tell me what his name is so I can bother him a little bit. So everybody is doing good. Raymond is saying, I'm a designer by trade, and it pains me to hear when someone can't open a package. That's poor design. It's definitely not the consumer's fault. I think a lot of packaging is made for shipping only. Well, there's a lot that they've got to deal with. It needs to stack, which is obvious, because I especially like the packaging when one fits on the other, and they can stack, and it doesn't just like all slide off and fall down. But I have given the packages to my younger nieces and nephews, and they can't open them either. So it's not like I'm an old dude going like, I'm so weak I can't open the package. But it makes me feel like that, and I don't like that feeling. So one day I'll bring the almond milk in here and show you. Not you, I'm not saying this to you, Raymond, but whoever's watching. So Mr. Camera Junkie, Aiden is fine right next to me, and that's exactly where I expect him to be. So is he? I'm guess he's sleeping. Otherwise, I would do the ABCs for him. Who did I do the ABCs for today? I was talking to somebody, and a 2-year-old came in, and I asked, "What do they like?" And it was the ABCs. So I sang A B C D E, and it was a little girl. Her name is Emma, and I can't remember who she belongs to. Whatever. Senior moment. Anyway, she took the phone out because she got so attracted to me singing the ABC song to her. Raymond, heck, some of my bags of Ghirardelli chocolate are sealed with way too much glue. What did you say, Ray? You were going to be sending me some Ghirardelli chocolate? Is that what you were saying, Ray? Hello? It wasn't coming in too clear, Ray. I think you said, I'm sending you some Ghirardelli chocolate and some glue, Peter. Thank you, Ray. You're such a sweetheart. I don't believe everything I heard about you. You're all right. I'm teasing you. I just got to do it. So Mr. Camera Junkie is saying hello, Rob. And guess what? 50 Cent says, Rob is saying hello, Mr. Camera Junkie. I get a kick out of that. Da da la 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 la. Can't get my mind or my eyes off of you. You be like heaven to touch. Oh, wait, I'm singing to the wrong person. Nope, I'm not babysitting tonight. Had to work. But I did listen in on the way home, and I agree. Lewis should post a song. There we go. When Sly says it, it's as good as done. Let me make sure I just slapped my microphone. I'm still, can you hear me? Check, 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 check. Deposit, 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 deposit. I like the deposits better than the checks. I had a feeling you were listening to me in the car. Please drive carefully as opposed to driving crazy and erratic. So David is talking to Raymond, and you know what David says to Raymond? I'll tell you what David says to Raymond. My biggest design issue I have, David is not going to fix all the packaging for you. I mean, Raymond is not going to fix all the packaging for you, David. David thinks he found the guy that's in charge of making the packaging. All right, but let me see. My biggest design issue I have are buttons that do not depress. We bought new appliances, and I can't tell if the button is pressed or not. You know who is one of the biggest offenders? The Oster blenders. You pop them in, and they pop back out. And the blender's going. So now it's popped out. I don't know what button I pushed. Did I push low, medium, medium, medium high, or high? So I got to push one as a guess. Okay, I guess I pushed medium high. Pop, goes higher. It wasn't the one, but it popped out. What is this, a game? It's a game blender? I have a blender, and you push the button in, and it pops out. And it's like, okay, guess. Guess which one you pushed. Guess which button you pushed. Because we're not telling you. I know what you're talking about, Dave. Give it to Ray. Give it to Ray. Ray did not do that, so. Okay. I'm going to change my name to Sly Rob for some songs. Oh, poor Rob. Do you feel like you haven't gotten enough singing? You weren't here earlier. I was singing to everybody. Every single person on my list. But Rob is my #1 patron. He signed up before anyone else. Rob was so caring, and he signed up. Thank you, Rob, and brother too. I don't know your brother's name, but I feel honored that you guys would watch. And it's Christmas. Christmas is a common. So Merry Christmas to you. Rob, your brother too. And Sly, of course, since you are now Rob Sly. So thank you, Rob. It made me feel so good inside that you signed up when I said, help, I need a patron. Rob said, I'll be right there. It's my tight underwear. So thank you, Rob, and thank you to the other patrons for signing up to my patron account. It makes me feel so good, way deep down inside this fat body. And I'm grateful, very grateful for what you've done. Thank you, Rob, for leading the way. Maybe it'll open up a lot of little patrons that adds up at the end of the month. And I thank you, Rob, for caring and being there all the way back to February. And maybe even farther back. So this is a song to say thank you to Rob. I thank you. Yes, I say thank you. You've done so much, you've even called me on the telephone just to talk. And I pray for you and everybody else. Okay, Rob, you got a song, dude. That one was yours. Nobody else has to share that song. So here we go. Rob got his song, and the next thing I know, Ray is going to be complaining, where's my song? David, indeed, feedback is important to a user experience. Users need clues to know whether or not an action led to a result. I wonder what Randy's doing. Oh, Randy is playing solitaire. Am I that boring? No, he just, you know what it is? He's sitting there and he's listening in the background and he's playing solitaire probably on the computer. So Steve Jobs went to Intel when Motorola couldn't give him $3 gazillion. What is the 3GH? How much is that in dollars? So Randy, sorry to hear about your work schedule. Are you kidding? Randy sets the pace there. They all want him to go home because the younger kids have to work to keep up with him. And Randy's just smiling and getting all the work done in there. The kids are there huffing and puffing and huffing, and they're going like, Randy, have mercy, slow down. We can't keep up with you. You ought to have a conversation with Randy. It does not lack energy. And Randy says, I've got 2 dogs sleeping in my lap. Yeah, you've got the dogs over there. Buddy is one of them. I know. Buddy is sleeping in his lap. David says, I am not happy with the post office as we were supposed to receive a package last Saturday and we're still waiting. None of the tracking information is updated. Do you know what Randy's job is there? He updates the tracking information. So all the tracking that you get, David, is done by Randy, and if it's not up to date, you should file a complaint, and this way Randy can get into trouble. If you believe that one, I got a bridge to sell you. No, I got some sand to sell you. Right off of Miami Beach right here. Rob says, my brother's name is BP. Seriously? He owns that whole gas station? Can I be friends with your brother too? What's the address? I'm coming over. What's for dinner? Is there room on the couch? I want to sit right next to BP. Randy says, $3,000 of moolah this week. That's okay. I'm taking January off. They're giving him double time and even greater. But they are forcing him to work. Well, I think they're trying to make him quit. Okay, because he just does so well that he shows everybody else up. But I think chances are the hierarchy above notices that they have a good employee and they're going, no, bring him in because we'll know the job will get done. If Randy's there and Randy's on the job, it's going to get done. There's just no two ways about it. David says, time to turn into a pumpkin at midnight. Well, tell me what midnight comes and we'll end the show. It'll be 2 good solid hours. So Raymond says, David, speaking of the post office and poor design, one of my packages didn't arrive this last week, which led me to mentally conceive of redesign of our mailing system. It has too many flaws. Okay, Raymond, when do you shut your brain off? You're not that guy that lays down and goes to sleep and your mind is going 300 miles an hour. I think I'll redesign the post office tonight before I fall asleep. Ray, find a girlfriend. So much more fun. You're something else, Ray. Thank you for being here. If nobody ever said I love you and I appreciate you, I'm telling you that now. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate you being here. Coming in week after week, because you could get tired of me and not bother with me, and I could pick the right camera when I wanted to talk to you, and it would make you feel better that I'm talking to you on the correct camera, okay? But just in case you can't understand me, Ray, you know what I'll do just for you? I will put up all 4 cameras at once so you know, Ray, I love you. Ray, I love you. Ray, I love you. Ray, I love you. 4 times. So now you can go to sleep with a smile on your face. You are loved. So, yes. Bop, bop, bop. Rob says, now I feel whole. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to you, too. Thanks, Rob. I do that because it's fun. I get to sing out of nowhere. And if somebody likes it, I'll do it. Obviously, you know. It never went anywhere, but somebody, oh, you know, I like your singing. Well, let me sing for you. So that was quite a high note. Well, I wore my tight underwear tonight just in case I had to hit one of those notes. So thank you, Rob. Thanks for being here. So many of you guys. I thank you 4 times from the bottom of my 4 hearts. And especially Mark. How you doing, Mark? What you doing, Mark? Who you there with, Mark? Are you having a beer, Mark? Are you home on the couch, Mark? What you doing, Mark? My favorite Mark in all of Chicago is Mark. So, how's it going? What is your camera of the year? Honestly, my camera of the year is going to have to be that one. Oh, I got you. Okay, how much did you drink? Do you see 1 of me or do you see 4 of me? Mark, pay attention. How many of me do you see? Look at me in the eye, Mark. How many of me do you see? That's what the problem is. I knew that that's what it was. I love you, Mark, 4 times. Okay? Thank you for coming in. I would say the camera of the year, and is just going to roll and grow stronger, is this one, the A7C. It's got all the stuff of the A7 III. It's got the focus system of the A7R Mark IV. It's got that gyro stabilization. It's got no recording limit. It's got a full frame sensor, and it's $1,700. They can't get enough of them. So give it 6 months or so. When it comes down to $1,500 and $1,400, like you can get the Z6 now, because they got the Z6 Mark II and some of these other cameras. They want to sell cameras, so they will lower the prices. So you get a full frame camera, smaller than this guy, which is the what? This is the OMD. EH1 Mark II. EM1 Mark II. Okay. Oh, I have something interesting to show you. I forgot all about it. Boy, once that water came in here, I'm attracted to it like a kid with a toy. All right, look at this. This is my dad's Hexanon 50mm 1.4 lens that's been sitting on the shelf for like 30 years. So Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie, inspired me, and I went and I got an adapter, and I have been taking pictures all over this house all day. It's fun. It takes the most awesome pictures. You got to manually focus it, all right? But the adapter was like $13. Amazingly expensive, $13. And you could probably buy one of these Konica Hexanon. Let's go over to this camera. Konica Hexanon lenses. This thing is like a freaking piece of jewelry. Look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous. Stunning. So I actually have to focus it manually. But when I turn on the focus peaking, it is so easy, it actually surprised me. So I am taking the most, I've got pictures of Christmas ornaments. Let me tell you what I got pictures of. I got pictures of the tree. I got pictures of the Christmas box over there. I got pictures of an ornament. I got pictures of peanut butter. I got pictures coming out of the wazoo. My wazoo is overflowing with pictures. So this is the camera's on. So this is what it takes to take a picture. I'm going to pull this out. Okay. I'm going to focus on a lens that I have here. Okay. Now everything's turning yellow. And When it turns perfectly yellow, I just took the picture. Now I'll take a picture over there. It's not a focus by wire. Everything just turned yellow. I hear you, Randy. I'm not plugging it in. Take a picture of this box. Just like that. Just like that. All right, let's try it. Let me be a dork. With a brown and yellow fork. Okay, so let's check and make sure that this is working. Plug that in here. Randy's got this way of communicating. ESP-ish. Okay, so let's see if I push the button to get pictures up. Let me entertain you. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I can focus and show you. Oh, the yellow doesn't come on there. Oh, no. But if I take that picture and I push, there it is. Okay, so that's the picture of the box. Oh, I could show you my setup. Except I can't. See all those wires? That's what's going. All the cameras are plugged into that vacuum cleaner. No, that vacuum cleaner box is what's holding up the monitor. But all the cameras are going into that box. I have the cover off of that box so that the heat dissipates. Oh, this is fun. Okay, so that's just the remote control. That's the top of the tree. That's one of the ornaments. That's all with this lens, all manually focused. Wait, I jumped over one. That's another one. These are all... Okay, that's another ornament, and that's the tree. And that's the deck link that I had to send. Okay, so what I really wish is I wish that it would show me boom, boom. Okay, now I'm aiming it towards the tree. I'm turning it. It's not focused by wire. Take the picture. Push the button. There it is. This would really be awesome if they would let me see the... Okay, so let's do this now. This is pretty close. Now let's put one with the lights. Okay, so I have to aim the camera and look at the TV screen because it doesn't show it to me on the LCD. Take that picture, push the button, and there we go. And then if I push this button, I'm back over to the ZV-1. So what I did is I plugged in the cable here, and I'm able to see it here on the back. Okay, but it doesn't show up. There's nothing that shows up here. Let me hit the display button. Now, as long as I've got the HDMI cable, if I take it and unplug it, then it will show. So that would be very cool if it allowed me to show that. Because then I could walk around the room, take pictures, and you guys are never going to get rid of me. Okay, so that is the new adapter, and you can get a Hexanon AR lens, $100, maybe even lower. Some of them are higher in price, and there's a lot of Hexanon AR lenses, and that is like really good vintage glass. So I bought the adapter, and I bought an adapter also for same lens, okay, for the Micro Four Thirds. So I can put that lens on the OMD Mark II, and with the image stabilization that's built into that, which is one of the top of the line image stabilizations, it's going to be a fun thing to play with. So that one was $13. I know it was very high in price, okay, but the one for the Micro Four Thirds, $17 for that adapter, but I can put that my dad's Konica Hexanon AR, like Apple Rudolph, Apple Randy, on the cameras and manually focus them. And so let's say you're a young guy and you want to get a good camera, but then I don't have money for the lenses. Okay, get yourself the adapter and look on eBay for Konica, Konica, Hexanon AR lenses. I'm guessing it means automatic reflex or something, auto reflex. So to answer Mark's question, the A7C is probably one of the best bangs for the buck. But you know what's ironic, Mark? There's so many good cameras out there. The harder question would be if you said, what's the worst camera this year? I can't think of a bad one. I could think of some that don't have the features in them that they should have, or maybe something that overheats. But they're all good cameras. They're all absolutely awesome cameras. So I don't laugh at the person. I just chuckle when they're going like, what camera do I buy? Oh my God. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. It's hard to buy a bad camera. Even the generation before. Sly, what do you have? You have the 80D, I think. And you know something? That 80D will wipe the crap out of most of our skill levels. Okay? So it doesn't do good with video. But what about pictures? Top of the line. So Joe is saying the chip speed. Okay, gigahertz. Got it. I guess my mind is like a little bit slow. Peter, are you closer to getting a Christmas room train? I have the bug for that. It's just, it's highly ironic that you mentioned anything. I want to see a Mr. Rogers neighborhood type of train. I don't know what that looks like. Gear directly to you in your videos. A train to bring gear directly to you in your videos. I have a childhood friend from like 12, 13, 14 years old, and he's still my friend, very close. He's got a 2-car garage, and the entire 2-car garage is a train city, O-scale, if that means anything to anybody. Okay? And it is stunning. It's award-winning. It is the most complex. Figure a 2-car garage. The train set, the engine's maybe that big. Okay, so that's the O-scale. All right, and I'm thinking, boy, if I get a couple of his leftovers in here, we could have a train going right across. Okay, let me get up. This is exciting. Thanks, Ray, for bringing this up. I could get a train, and it can be going right across here. Okay, so you guys will be watching me, and the train will cross right across the room. Then it'll come around here, and then it can go right across here, right over me. I'll have to suspend it off of here because I love trains. Trains is one of my favorite things. So that is amazing. So Randy, what's up, dude? UPS, Amazon, FedEx, and DHL drop the mail at the post office. So we are doing everybody's mail. Yeah, they're using the delivery because you guys go to every single house every single day. I think they're abusing you. And whoever made the deal needs to get more money for you guys that are the workers there. So David says, Peter, my post about the pumpkin was midnight, now 11 minutes later. I'm getting there. We're going to close out. I'm almost at the end. When we get down to the bottom, then we'll close out. And then I think next Friday is Christmas. Where's my calendar? Okay, let's go. Today is December 19th. What's new in calendar? Hello, if I click on the calendar, maybe I want the damn calendar. Next Friday is Christmas Day. And next Thursday is Christmas Eve. So let's just say I'm probably, and then the week after that is New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So guess what, guys? This might be the last show for 2 weeks. Okay? Not for you guys in the Patreon thing. I'll be putting up shows through the whole thing. I'll just turn the camera on. I'll come into my pajamas and go like, I just woke up and I was thinking about you guys. Oh, I figured I would come in and say hello, good night, and then shut everything off. So we'll play it by ear because I personally don't think I can go that long. But I can't schedule anything because I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know where I'm going, who I'm doing it with, how long I'll be doing it, and if I'll have fun doing it. So Lewis says, I'm the only one here who thinks PeterGregg Live should record a Christmas album. No, Peter thinks so too. I just can't get around to it. You know what I need? I need somebody that will play the piano background so I can sing. I have asked, I can't push, and they can't do it for me. Okay, so then I'm going to have to pay for it. So you know what all that Patreon money is going to go towards. So just standards. Silent Night, I don't even know all of them. Joy to the World. I have to pick ones that are not copy induced. And because I think a Christmas album would be good. I love singing Christmas songs. And maybe 2 or 3 of you actually like to hear me sing. So it's like, it's a match made in heaven. So Randy says, I agree. Oh, where did you start, Lewis? That's a great idea, Lewis. I'd buy one. Oh, dear Lord. You guys are going to push me into a corner. Oh, thank you, Raymond, for saving my butt. Thanks for the love, Peter. And my brain doesn't shut off. 2 years ago, I tried to shut it off, and it hasn't shut off since. 2 years ago, I told my coworkers that we didn't need to physically be physically present to do our jobs, and they all looked at me funny. Anybody that looks at you funny, you tell me, and I'll come take care of them. Yeah, I try to give you a little love. I think everybody wants them, and they don't get it. Continued. They looked at me a little funny. Elementary school Raymond wondered why maps weren't yet on the internet. I don't think my brain ever gives me peace. Well, I know what I'm going to start praying for you to get the nicest, best, restful sleep every night ever. Because I want you to have that. From me to you. I have that lens, Mark says. Do you like it? I have all the Konica lenses. Do you have the adapters? These lenses. This is my first experience with it, Mark. So I'm kind of like a boy and their new toy. It's like I keep coming in here. I want to get this lens over onto the S3. And since I got the other adapter that will go onto the EM1 Mark II, the image stabilization on this is like second to none. It's like one of the top of the line. That's what makes this camera so amazing. So you put this lens on there, okay, and I hope they got the focus peaking in here, and I hope it's as good. Sony does a really, really good implementation of the focus peaking. Oh, look what I found. Did I mention I was going to try to lose some weight? I didn't? I didn't mention that? Well, here's a Hershey's milk chocolate. Anybody want this? No? Really? Okay. Oh, wait. I have to show you. Before we go off the air tonight, I have to show you. Don't go away. And we're walking. And there's the president. What's that? What movie is that from, guys? I'm getting something to show you, but I didn't tell you what it was. So I'm coming. I'm at the refrigerator. I got the plate. You don't believe me. I'm coming back. I'm walking. I'm talking and walking. I'm walking and talking, and I'm walking into the room. I'm in the Christmas room. I'm going to close the door. That was the door. Now I'm coming up over here. So I just went, and this is what's left. This plate was absolutely, totally, positively full of chocolate fudge that I made. And that's what's left. You know, I do have a camera to show this to you. Maybe I am as dumb as I look. That is the hot fudge, not hot fudge. This is pure fudge, not brownie. Okay, so I'm going to take this one, and I just bit it. Okay. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to come here to the wand. I'm going to click on the zoom. That's full strength of the zoom. So that is the fudge. I shouldn't break this open over the keyboard. That's what it looks like inside. Oh wait, I dropped the piece. I'll get it. Let me check and see if this tastes any good. Yeah? Okay. Let's see who's in the room. Oh, we got 17 people. All right, listen closely. I'm going to tell you how to make that fudge after I clean my fingers. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you. I think all the sugar is giving me energy. And since I'm not coming back for 2 weeks, why should I waste the opportunity to share with you something This fudge is actually addictive, okay? I'm walking back. Can you hear that? Listen to the rhythm of the pouring rain. Okay, so this, anybody can make it. Aaron, you can make it in your apartment up in New York. David, you can make it and you don't know how to boil water. Actually, I don't know that. These are the ingredients to make it. That's it. Hello? You think I'm lying? Do you see what's left of that plate? That plate was packed. Okay? This is the Nestle's semi-sweet morsels. Don't substitute it with milk chocolate. Don't substitute it with the mini. The semi-sweet morsels. Whatever brand you like. I happen to like Nestle's Tall House. Okay? Magnolia. Condensed milk. So this is the, I want to say 14-ounce can. 14-ounce can. Okay? So that's what that is. All that is condensed milk. You can get Carnation. You can get whatever brand you want. 14 ounces. All right? This is a bag. 12 ounces. 12 ounces of Tall House, or whatever you want to call it, semi-sweet. So you get a double boiler. You can even do this in your microwave, but I don't like microwave. Okay? You pour this all in a pan, like a scrambled egg pan. Then you open this can and pour it all on top. And then on very low heat, you bring it up to the point where it's melting. And just keep stirring until it's melted. When it's all melted, turn the fire off. Now, I added a teaspoon of vanilla and a pinch of salt, but it's not required. That's not in the thing. I added it because I'm Peter and I do things like that. Okay? Then you pour it in whatever you want. You can pour it in an empty ice cube tray. You can pour it in whatever kind of a pan you want. It needs to be that deep. Okay? Put it in your refrigerator, and the next morning, turn it upside down, bang it out. I think next time I make it, I might put like olive oil or what's the other one that has no taste? Grapeseed oil. Turn it upside down. It falls right out. Turn it back up. Take a knife and cut it up into these squares. One of the best one of the best fudges that I have ever had, and I'm 60 galambis years old. Okay? And that's all it took. And they have devoured this entire plate in one day. This hasn't been here a week or 4 days or 7 days. Might be 24 hours now. Might. That's how easy it is to make. Okay? No extra charge. I should have put that on the Patreon. I want to make sure this piece tastes okay. I wouldn't want anybody to eat it if it didn't taste just right. It is very good. Okay, where was I? Randy, you can make that. It's that easy to make. Buy a bag of this in the grocery store. Buy a can. Melt the two together in a pan. Pour it in a pan that you can cut it out of later. Wow. How hard is that to do? My suggestion is buy 2 or 3 cans in 2 or 3 bags. Because after you make the first one, this is what I'm making for all my neighbors. I think we have to decide. But that's the number one thing up on the list. Wait, where's my favorite Raymond? I know I left off with Raymond. I pray peace on you, Ray. This is where I left. Mark, this is where I left off. Mark, I love that lens. Do you like it? Yeah, I'm very impressed with that lens. I have all the Konica lenses. That's quite a collection, young man. You could probably make some really good stuff with there. Mr. Camera Junkie, so glad to be an inspiration, but of course you're an inspiration. Sly says you look good on the A7C. Blue suits you. Oh, the blue shirt. It's like a blue-green, and then the inside one. Thank you, Sly. Coming from you, that means a lot. Because Sly is color coordinated. The rest of us guys don't know a color from a bee sting. Raymond says, have you tried the 7 Artesians 35mm f9.0? But that sounds very sexy. For APS-C cameras, it's a manual focus lens for $255. That's at the high end comparing with the Konica lenses. They're like $50, $30, $100. But no, I haven't tried it. I think I've seen it and I've just kind of passed over it. But I will keep my eye out, Ray, because you never know when something like that comes up used. And Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie, is teaching me to look at used. How do you think I found that for $13? Lewis says, I love vintage lenses. Randy says, I can play chopsticks on the piano. Yes, Peter, you asked Lewis to sing you a song? Yes, but it wasn't you. Don't you start singing to me. I bet there are a lot of people who would love an album directly from the Christmas room. I've thought about that so many times. If I just had a friend, okay, that played the piano and would lay down the tracks of the piano, I would sing. You guys have seen me launch into song. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin, mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. See, I like singing. I need a piano. I don't play piano very well. I can do this, okay? I can use my fingers, toes, and nose. I can reach the pedal. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother. What? Did you think I was playing the piano? Oh, and I'm on the wrong camera. That's about all I can do. And that ain't going to make an album, okay? So if I had been on this camera, you could have seen me. But now you'll never know. Was I playing the piano or was it Memorex? Randy says, I can play chopsticks. Well, I can play chopsticks too, honestly. So, you know what? I haven't played chopsticks in so long, I don't know if I remember how it goes. Can I have your permission to embarrass myself for a second? I know you all want to go to bed, okay? Sometimes I can play it, and sometimes it doesn't. But I just go faster and faster and faster and faster. All right, let's bring this show to a close. And as Randy said, he could play chopsticks, so he could probably do that better than me. So Lewis says he's going to sing. Tom says, I just eat a bag of Hershey's semi-chocolate chips. It's an addiction. Yeah, you just open it and eat. Peter, please start making some cooking videos. I just got an Instant Pot, and you need to teach me how to use it. You know, if there's anybody that can actually encourage me to do that, it would be Sly, okay? You should collaborate with Jonathan. He could play, you could sing. I'm not sure I would do so hot with a violin and a voice. Randy says, okay, Peter, play the piano again, but with the A73. No, I'm not going to play it with the A73. If Peter makes an album, he can only copyright claim himself. Lewis, I like the way you think. That is awesome. So I think Lewis is the one that's going to carry us off into Christmas, because he's every night doing his show, and that is, going to be where you guys can congregate. And we've launched one of our own. We've created a monster. Rob says my mail carrier is a bomb. Oh, is the bomb. Oh, he's the bomb? Okay, he works his butt off, and at the rate my lady orders packages, he really works his money at this address. There you go. Now we know how Rob is going to wind up in the poorhouse. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end. I will be doing surprise videos. I will be doing them on Patreon. So if you think I'm worth the $2, maybe $5, maybe $10, you'll get a lot of little surprise ones in here. But if you can't afford it, please don't. Okay, I'm not here to make anybody suffer. Okay, but $2 is a cup of coffee. So I think for a whole month, that's not something that's beyond. That's why I didn't start them up high like a lot of people do. And that comes to the end of our show. We will all meet tomorrow at Lewis's place up in Hollywood, and he will guide us into talking about camera stuff, which I talk about everything else except camera stuff, including fudge, which I've got some fudge here, which, you know, when we sign off, guess what? I'm going to eat another piece of fudge. Yeah, I am. Anybody have any objections? Raise your right hand. There's no objections. I get to eat the hot fudge. Thank you guys. Merry Christmas. I love you guys so much. I am so pleased when you're in. We've got each other's back. We watch out for each other. If I could think of anything else that we pray. I know I pray for you guys. If any of you guys are the praying kind of guys and gals, put me on your list. I haven't heard anything from the lawyers this week. Shh. Let's hope it runs like that through Christmas. If I wind up living under a bridge, somebody's going to have to come and send me some cookies. I want chocolate chip cookies, in case you're wondering. All right, love you guys. If anybody's watching that's not subscribed, please subscribe. If anybody's watching that's not on my Patreon list, please join my Patreon list. The link is in the thing down under this whole movie thing. Sly, why are you up so late? Mr. Camera Junkie is saying thank you to Peter. Good night, everybody. Sly is saying Merry Christmas, everybody. I love you all. Nice feeling, isn't it, Sly? I know I'm silly and I joke all night, but it's a very nice feeling. Mr. Camera Junkie says Merry Christmas, everybody. Mal Feliciano, now you come in. Now you come in. Merry Christmas, everybody. Randy says ditto, ditto, ditto. There's a little tiny chance I might come back Friday night. But if we go up to my brother's house or something, I won't be in the studio and I can't do it. But if we get a little bit frightened and nobody wants to get together, I might turn the switch on. but I know I will do it for the Patreons, especially now that the brothers Ken and Glenn got me up and running. I'm very grateful to them for spending up many nights and getting me up and running. So thank you, Ken. Thank you, Glenn, and whoever else is up there that was helping. So good night, guys. It's going to be a cold, hard cut, okay? Oh, we got chilly weather together for me. it got into the 60s. I know you're laughing at me, okay? Go ahead and laugh. But I like it. I get to change the air in the house. It's all fresh and clean and all that kind of good stuff. You know who I'm trying to get together with? Aiden in England, not Lewis's Aiden. He plays the piano. And if I can strike up some kind of a deal with him, we might be able to make a Christmas album. That's the highest chances of it happening. So Mark, good night. Raymond, good night. David, good night. Randy, good night. Mel, good night. Who else is in here? Lewis, good night. Sly, good night. Mike, good night. Tom Buck, how you doing, buddy? Good night. Raymond, I already said good night to you. You, Mark, Sly, Randy, David Crooks, Joe Martin, good night, good night, good night, everybody. All right, time to say good night. If you really miss me, you can repeat this. It'll play over in 2 days. We'll have the chat back up, and before that, it'll just be at a lower resolution. So I can turn this off, and there she goes. And this is what the M1 look. Oh, there'll be a video coming out in the next day or two. I already got it done. I'm just editing it. So when you see it come up, hit it with thumbs up. Even if you don't watch it, let it play in the background. YouTube likes that, and they go, oh, okay, we'll recommend you because people are giving it thumbs up and they're watching it. So YouTube looks for the activity to happen. Tom knows all about that. If you see any of us, Tom or anyone else, put up a video, go in there and hit the thumbs up. YouTube registers that as activity, and then they're more likely to recommend it. And since we all cover each other's backs, that is our assignment. That's what we got to do. Catch you guys later. Bye. Love everybody. I'm going to hit the button now. Here it goes. And after I hit the button, I'm going to pop that in my mouth. Can you see it? There it is. Chocolate. Woo. Bye.